That's why he went to jail.
Okay, just to let everyone know, we are live. Yes, we say it all the time, but we are live. So, hello, viewers, and welcome along to the Thursday night fully loaded hangout, basically. So we have already some panel members, and as per usual, I will go through the panel and let them say hi. And then control the rest of the hangout going through. Probably not much chance of that, but we'll see how it goes. So before we do anything else, let's go through the panel that we have so far from my left to right. So Beast Rider, would you like to say hello to the viewers?
Hello, viewers.
Excellent. Brilliant. That was brilliant. Can you top that, Max?
Hi. We're not paedophiles, honest.
Brilliant. Cheers for that, Chaz. Skate through there.
I diddly hole, neighbours.
The Christian background. Oh God.
Right, cheers, Skiggy. Suffolk Andy.
Hello, everybody in YouTube land.
Cheers, Andy. Josh, would you like to say hello?
Hello, I'm not a paedophile.
Oh, why do we always have to get that?
I don't know.
Two little boys, Andy. Two little boys.
Oh,
It's
that's terrible.
Max's problem.
Thanks for that, Tosh. Who
No
are
worries,
we
mate.
number one?
Eh?
Birmingham calling, Birmingham calling. Hello to everybody outside of Birmingham.
Not Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, terrible. Oh, and someone else has just joined as well, so I'm going to quickly go to good old infamous biker. Would you like to say hello to everyone, buddy?
Jesus, Kev.
Oh, trusted to come along without his mic working.
You mean Kev's Jesus? Jesus.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now you switched
Oh my God.
Try again.
What the hell?
It kind of helps if you turn the mic on, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What a dickhead.
Yeah. Right, do you want to say hello now, mate? You switched the microphone.
Hello, everyone.
Look at radio host.
No. There, he's all his professional mic, and he's like,
No, what a knob.
excellent.
You finally buy a decent microphone and forget to switch the bloody thing on.
Aye. Oh well, you'll get used to it. Okay, it's all those buttons. He's got like on and off and on and off.
Yeah.
I think he needs some IT training. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, we all have them, mate. I tell you. Yeah, and also it only needs me to say hello as well, and welcome to the Brain Dump Fully Loaded on a Thursday with Q&A. Excellent. Cheers for that, Bobby. Bobby's doing the sound effects tonight. That's excellent. Right. Now then, before we shift on and move on anywhere else, let's quickly say hello to some of the viewers that have already popped in and said hello. So let's go straight away to the constant biker, and he says hello.
Hello.
That sounds like a Tosh sort of hello.
It does, doesn't it? I can just imagine that little wave.
Don't imagine that little wave. That little wave gives me nightmares.
Yeah, that one, Tosh. That's the one. Also, Weggy ZZR says, a fine evening to you all.
And
Hey,
you,
Wiggy.
sir.
Fine evening, mate.
Howdy, Weg.
Thanks for the comment, by the way, mate.
Oh, and Mrs. B, who's meant to be ill in bed, says, you're late. Excellent.
Typical woman.
Yeah.
Free hangout. Forget to put
Badum.
the out.
That's weird, because the wife always says I'm too soon.
Are you sure that's your wife?
Instantly into the gutter. We don't mess
No. That wasn't gutterish at all. That was an innuendo.
You're always in the gutter.
I thought. That's me told. I'm in the gutter.
Yeah, that, for the viewers at home, that was Tosh's missus there already getting in the act and telling them that he is always in the gutter.
She knows where to put me.
She knows where she found you, mate.
Did you find me in the gutter?
Probably that's where she found you, mate. Right.
She's thinking about it.
Think about it. Does that a lot?
Okay, so we've done our hellos. The next thing that I like to do is just quickly go through the panel and see if they've got anything that they want to discuss tonight, or any news or any topics. So let's go straight and rip through the panel, and starting with Bobby there. Do you have any news or topics tonight, buddy?
News. I just got back from a nice 5-hour drive yesterday. I'm still feeling. I need rest. But, I'm doing a nice 2-hour trip on the weekend on the bike, which is going to be great, except for the fact that it's freezing balls over the weekend. But I was hoping to talk to you guys about something that's been on my mind for a bit, and that's trying to figure out who people really are on YouTube. Yeah, it's you, Chaz.
I've been on your mind for a long time.
I'm thinking about you, dude. But it had come to my attention a couple of months ago with one of the motovloggers that's over here in the U.S., having a hard time with people, not being who they said they were, and she was really distraught about it. And I just, I've been watching channels, and, I know when I first started, there was a little bit of that whole, hey, let's play it up a little, but I'm not good at it. So I just started just being me, and I felt more natural, and people started watching, So I start thinking, who are these people that I'm watching? Who are they really? Are they like this at home, when they're talking to their friends? Because you could be sitting there looking at just about anybody. People wear masks all the time. So it's just something that's on my head.
Yeah, okay, buddy, mate. I've made a note of that, and I understand where you're coming from. So we will discuss the different sort of vloggers that are out there. I think is probably a good way of saying it, politically correct. Yeah, okay. So, nice one, buddy. We will approach that subject. I've made a note. Kev, any new topics from you, buddy?
No, I haven't got any topics as such. I got a new exhaust that shivered the other day. Got a set of quills put on it, and my God, it's loud. That's with the baffles in. I haven't taken the baffles out yet.
Take them out.
I'm scared I might smash the windows or something like that.
Nah, you'll be alright.
They're ridiculous. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. Really chuffed with them. I want to get some for the ZZR now though, because it sounds like a 125 compared to the Shiver now. So I'm on the lookout for some for the ZZR. Apart from that, I've got no real topic, to be honest. I'm too busy to think of topics.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I always recommend loud pipes anyway. Just one other thing, mate, talking about loudness, do you want to move the microphone that you've got closer to you, or turn it up a little bit? You're just a little bit...
Got it. There you go, I'll point. Was that a bit better?
It is, yeah, when you speak into it, yeah. Sorry, mate, I didn't want to bust your balls.
It's been one of those days. It's been one of those days.
One of those days, no worries.
Yeah, forget to
Kev.
And point it the wrong way.
Yeah. Mr. Mad Max Chaz, do you have any news or topics for tonight, buddy?
I've been trying to edit videos up a little bit, but my laptop's saying no. The hard drive's just on its last legs, I think. I'm surprised it can actually do this. Every now and then it goes, eek, eek, and it freezes, it's like, ah! And everyone knows editing a video, it goes goodbye when it freezes. So, topic I just saw on Facebook, and I'm going to use it. Apparently, it's probably fake, but people that smoke in the cars with children now can get a fine or points on their license. Now, it's probably fake, but if it's real, I'm worried that you're going to see a lot of people, not sensible people that knock on the window next to them and say, get off your phone. People that put themselves in danger and pull in front of them and say, put the fag down, there's a kid in there, putting themselves in danger. That's what I'm worried about.
Alright.
You idiots, didn't you?
I
You do get people that want attention. They want attention. They're like, oh, I'm going to make this a video. Yeah, I'm going to get likes. Pull out in front of someone. Tell them to get off their phone or put a fag down. There's topic.
I understand what you're saying now. That's a good topic because of knocking on windows and stuff of cars can always be a bit dodgy. I thought you was going to say he was worried about people driving along with their babies on the roof or something. So they
no, I'm fine with that. That's where they belong, don't they? Don't they?
Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if someone did, to be honest. But no, all right, mate. Yeah. So approaching car windows for various things.
Or confronting cars when you're not really in the position to do it. For views. for views really gets me.
Yeah.
It's like someone's on their phone. This will make a good video. I'll go up to them. It's like, no, you're in traffic. You're making everyone else's life difficult. Fuck off.
Dare I say close call?
No, it's more like irritating attention seekers that want to make. Look at me. I mean, you get people like I think Richard's done it a few times, but he does it in a sensible way, you know. And I don't want it to be like that because people that just, you know, gesture to him saying hello, you're on the phone, hang it down next to him. That's not making any trouble if you're in traffic and it's not moving. And you're not putting yourself in danger. But if you're pulling in front of them or cutting them up and telling them to get off the phone or put the fag down now, it's going to start. No, I don't like that. I mean, I piss people off. Yeah, I piss people off no end. I mean, if someone cuts me up, I'll cut them up. I ain't afraid to do it. But you get the people that do it just for the video, just for other people to like it and go, oh, I want the views. It's, no.
Yeah,
I do it because I'm an arsehole, not because I want views.
I get that. All right, yes, that's another one, and I've made a note of that one as well. And just for the viewers in America, in England, a fag is a cigarette. Okay, so when you say
it's not tosh, I'm afraid.
That's a different thing. Having a fag whilst driving.
I'm not gay. I'm just happy.
You're not gay.
I'm just happy.
Happy, yeah. I'll remember that when I'm backed up against the wall when I see you.
You've been married as long as I have, with such a wonderful wife that I've got.
I want to see her face. I want to see her face right now.
No.
Right, let's try and get through the rest of the news and topics from the panel. It's always a struggle, this bit. Just to point out as well that Calm Biker's joined, so I'll just get Calm Biker to do all three at the same time, which is to say, hello, news and topics. Get pretty there.
You talking to me?
Yes, you're there.
Sorry, my phone was making noises at me. Sorry. What's up?
Would you like to say hello to everyone and then follow up with any news or topics that you've got for tonight, buddy?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. I brought my bike.
Again?
Yeah.
You broke it.
Yeah. Well, you already know about it, Tosh.
Yeah, I know about it.
Is he fixing it at the moment?
No, I don't know if it's a topic for you or not, but it'll get it off my chest. What is it about people that they think that a nut has to be tightened to within an inch of its life? Right. On the Kawasaki, I thought I'm going to get some new levers for it. The reach on the clutch is too much for my little handies.
Aww, shifty hand.
How to do it. Looked at a couple of videos. Tosh went, yeah, it's easy. Any monkey can do it. Went to the brake lever first, thinking that's the easy one, and it was absolutely solid. So I got my socket on it, tried to open it, won't move. Give it a little tap, and the bolt fell off. Just sheared the nut off the bolt and the end of the bolt off.
Snapped the shank.
Snapped it, yeah. And whoever's done it last has not only cross-threaded it, they've then thought, well, I won't bother just taking it off again and putting it on nicely. I'll just crank it on as hard as I can. What is it with people doing that? So I've had to buy new bolts, just arrived, just got it just about 10 minutes ago. £9 for a new nut and bolt.
I could
£9.
could give you my old ones that fit.
You didn't say that before.
You didn't ask.
Well, I suppose what I could have done is got in contact with everybody I knew just in case.
Yeah.
You had a
I
bolt
made a
available.
video about it. Jesus, Richard.
You made a video?
No.
Bloody £9 a bolt. I'd have contacted everybody and Jesus.
Yeah. I have made a video about it, and you will see it in about a month's time.
Oh.
Always ask us on the panel first, because you never know what some of us might have in a box lying around somewhere.
I don't want to know what Tosh has got in the
What you've got to remember is that I'm quite impulsive. So it's like, my bike's off the road, right, I need to get it sorted now.
Another bike.
Yeah, but now you've got two bikes.
The other one, though, I'm going to explain it in the video that's coming up, but the other one is getting very low on front tyre, and I'm going to be doing my IAM test quite soon. and I don't want to change the tyre before I do the test, and then do the test on a tyre that isn't scrubbed in, and it's probably going to be raining. I don't want to wear the tyre away. So yeah, I want enough tyre so that I'm not turning up and having a policeman going, "Oh, it's a bit low, sonny," and telling me I can't do the test.
Stunning.
Fair enough.
Does the front tyre need a lot of scrubbing in, with it being the front tyre?
Yes.
Definitely.
I mean, well, when I obviously it needs scrubbing in, but is it as prevalent as it is on the back tyre? I mean, when I've scrubbed in my tyres on the back, I've not gone as cautiously, as some people do. I haven't been, and it was fine. The bike was fine. The bike handled it fine.
I would have said that your front tire is more important than your back tire.
That's what I would have thought.
It all depends on your riding style, how you ride it, what power you got, what conditions you got in. If it's rain, then you need to scrub that in for at least a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's always on the front wheel. On the back wheel.
Front wheel? You do the endos? Richard, naughty.
I only like to use one wheel at a time. I find that saves on tyres.
Oh, it's terrible.
Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I've made, because that's the subject right there, I made a note of scrubbing in as well.
You know, you could talk to about that, Richard. You could talk to Mr. B. I heard he had several spare front wheel tyres.
Yes. I did indeed. Oh, there he is. Getting confused, swinging across there. Right, so yes, Richard, we've made a note of the, I've called it dodgy DIY stroke over-tightening things. And also I've made a note of scrubbing in tyres. So let's go to Skeggy Kruger for news and topics, buddy.
News, I'm still off riding with my knackered foot. I've got to go back tomorrow for more x-rays. And topics, unfortunately, none. So I can let you down this week, unusually, Mr. B.
No worries, Skeggy, that's absolutely fine, mate. And I hope your foot gets better soon. Okay, cheers, buddy. Any news or topics, buddy?
Yeah, there was something actually when I was down in Devon this week that I noticed that we don't have in Suffolk, and what it was, several roads had signs up saying how many motorbike accidents were on that stretch of road, and let's say like 7 accidents on this road since. So I don't know what the panel thinks. Is that a good idea to put these signs up on a stretch of road, or should that be there's 7 motorbike accidents and 5 car accidents as well? So I don't know what you think. I've never seen them before, but I've seen the think bike signs. But I've never seen how many accidents on a road being put up so everybody can see it. So I don't know if you think that's a good idea or not.
I do.
Yeah. Place around here.
Yeah, I used to live in Lincolnshire and they had them up on all the roads.
We don't have them here.
Yeah, in Lincolnshire they do. They have a lot of those. Kev, you're still a little bit quiet, buddy, just so you know. But Andy, yes, I'll make a note of that. So, kills on road signs.
It didn't actually say that people have been killed. It just said people have had motorcyclists 7 accidents on this road in the last year. Well,
that could have been somebody forgot to put the sights down and it dropped.
Sorry, go on, Andy. Yeah, I was going to say it could have been someone was desperate for the toilet and didn't get out of the car in time. But yeah, in Lincolnshire they say fatalities. But anyway, we'll address that one as well. So that's a good one. And any news, buddy?
My news? Yeah, I just spent a good 5 days on the piss, and I really can't face another point of beer to save my life. But there you go.
Oh, brilliant!
You work at a pub, didn't you?
Yeah.
Andy, don't you work in a brewery, in a pub?
I do. I run one.
Bless you.
We'll all have to come to your pub one day, mate.
Oh, you'll love it. £2.10 a pint. You'll be right.
I'm only down the bloody road and I still ain't gone there.
Is it a club or a pub?
Club, mate.
Working man's.
Yeah, ex-worker man's. There's not such a thing as a worker man's club anymore because ladies are members there, so that has to be a working person's club.
It's your fault, Ted.
Them days are gone. Them days are gone. Ladies have got equal rights.
Too bloody right they have.
Of course they have. Of course they have. Right, Mrs. B. Right. Okay. Let's move on to Tosh.
Love you. Hey,
Tosh,
what?
news and topics, Tosh.
News? Absolutely none. Topics? I'll be doing a video soon on how to put a clutch lever on a ZZR.
Excellent. Without over tightening the bolt.
It was a brake lever, though, I think, Tosh.
No, it does his clutch, wasn't it? Was it your clutch, Rich?
Break.
Screw you, Tosh.
Where's
Listen for once.
So I'll
Where's
make two videos, Tosh.
Where's the tick?
Brake and clutch. Right. Okay, Tosh. Excellent. Thanks for that. Look forward to that video. Let's go to Who Am I UK number 1 for news and topics.
Is it Thursday already?
Yes.
No topics, but new. My bike is sounding poorly at the moment.
Oh.
So I'm driving up to my friend's tomorrow, Saturday. I'm gonna take the head off, take the rocker cover off, and have a look, see what's making noise.
I think it'd be pistons, mate. Usually what make noise in an engine.
No, it's not the pistons. It sounds more like the either the cam or the follower or the shim.
Is it just like a? Could you not just get? Well, it might well just.
Sorry?
Oil in it and sell it.
Valve adjustment, mate. Just get your valves.
That's what we're going to do. What we got to do is we got to take it all apart. We got to measure the valve clearance, take the valve shim out, note the number down, look on the list to find the new one we got to order, and do that for each of the 8 valves. And then when they come, we got to do it all again and replace them.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
So that's going to be slightly harder than doing your pots, mate, on your bike.
Yeah.
We didn't get to do last year.
Hey, I've got a brake and clutch lever to do.
Hey, whilst you're there, mate, you can polish the ports. Get it going fast. Get it nice and clean and shiny.
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 Clean all the heads up. Oh yeah.
Polish and pour it.
Yep. Super duper. A nice pen as well, David. Right, I'll get to my news and topics at the moment, but the Q&A's gone bonkers.
I know, they're all talking to their bloody selves.
I know, and they're having a chat on the Q&A.
I blame XT Donkey.
Anyway, the questions are for us, right? It's not for you to have a flipping private chat.
I blame the Irish, i.e. XT Donkey.
Yeah. So let's quickly get rid of some of these. Mrs. B, for heaven's sake. Right. Right, first of all, Mrs. B says, I don't know which order these came in, but yeah, Mrs. B likes my mug. That's just so you remember it. Okay, so there's that. Thanks for that, Mrs. B.
I think she meant you were our mug.
Sony Walls, I'm sure she did. Sony Walls says, good evening all. Hello, Sony Walls.
Yeah, mate.
Hey!
What with you, woman?
It tastes like cheesecake.
You fucking taste like shit.
It doesn't.
Okay, so let's go to this one because this is kind of context. Mrs. B seems to think that the smoking in car with a child on board can actually incur fines and points. So I'm sure someone like Calm Biker's already Googling it like mad. And
Jesus Christ, you mean a Facebook post was actually true?
a Facebook post.
A Facebook post can't be true. I mean, a couple of weeks ago it says I was married.
I know. Lol.
I can't believe that. True stuff on Facebook.
I know.
That'll be the end of that site. Okay, so we'll look into that. Cheers, Mrs. B. Mrs. B, for God's sake.
Whoa! Yeah, I found it.
Right, okay. Oh, there's a soundbite right there.
Where's your hand, Richard?
It's getting bigger.
says
Where's
here,
your
smoking in
buttons?
cars, carrying children is to be made illegal with offenders facing fines of up to £10,000.
See, that's
What
what's going
about
to attract
points?
people.
Can you get points, Richard?
Can incur points, they said. But
This ban follows a historic vote in February when MPs overwhelmingly backed plans to make it illegal to light up in a car in England, punishable by a £60 fine or points.
4 points. Okay.
don't say how many, though.
Well, a £60 fine corresponds with a speeding ticket, so it's probably going to be 3 points.
Mm. They said 5 points on Facebook, but then you always take it with a grain of salt.
Kev,
But
would
I
you
mean-
say something then?
Yeah,
Huh?
sorry. Is that just with kids in the car, or is that just lighting up generally in a car?
It's just for kids, I read anyway.
With
Be under the age of 18, is it? Or
so it applies to anybody in the car. It's anyone carrying children in a car, not just parents, and it includes passengers.
no?
Well, I hope the children will be driving.
Yeah,
Or smoking.
yeah. Can you imagine that? He got fined. But I've got no money. This is my mum's car.
Okay, so apparently it's a fine of up to £800 for someone smoking, and up to £10,000 for a driver who fails to prevent someone else from smoking.
Jesus Christ.
Christ. And
You
what?
get fined more for driving with somebody smoking in the car than for doing it yourself.
Yeah, but driving with more distraction.
See, there's another distraction, another additive. You're going to get someone, a motovlogger, going, right, park my bike up, quickly jump in their car and spark up. Yeah, going to get you fined. I'm videoing this as well.
It makes you wonder whether or not the people in government go, right, okay, we're going to make a new law, so let's go down to Idiot Street and ask someone what they think the flipping guidelines should be.
Well, they won't have far to go, will they?
Let's go to
Just go next door.
the Greyhound, have a piss up, have a meal, and then we'll decide what we're going to put in tomorrow.
Yeah, let's buy a duck pond as well, right?
Yeah.
Do they define what a child was, Richard? What the age was?
I'm pretty sure I know what a child is. If you need that explaining to you, I suggest you stick with Mrs. B and never
Yeah.
sort of change it.
Well, is a child 16, 17, 18, 14,
18.
10?
Under 18.
A 17-year-old is a child?
Yep.
So hang on a minute. So we've got a 17-year-old driving a car and having a cigarette.
Yeah, you've got to think of it like this, Mr. B. It's like
Breaking
people
the law.
smoking.
Oh, wow.
Mummy, have you got a light?
So feasibly, you could have a 17-year-old in a car who's just passed his test or her test, with the mum in the car with them. The mum lights up a flag, and the kid doesn't say anything. So the kid could then get fined for not stopping his mum from smoking, and the mum could get fined for smoking in a car with a kid. So they could both get fined.
See, there'll be another video of that. It'd be like, Mum, get out my car!
Well, when they did it for pubs and public places, up, inside, and now everybody just stands on the street smoking and
Just outside.
making a nuisance of themselves there instead. I think we're gonna have people just pulling over at the side of the road and standing by the cars having a fag.
Well, it started off with because businesses, they couldn't light up in their company vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's made it worse as well. You're bearing in mind that kid, 17 years old, sparks a fag up, or somebody in the car sparks a fag up. If they get points, they could end up losing the licence with a build-up of points. We have to actually commit a driving offence.
Yeah.
It's almost worth taking up smoking again just to jump in people's cars.
Oh, no, people
I
think
don't like the
these are
way you took that
fags,
corner, mate.
And it's like, there's such a thing going on there, because you could have a 17-year-old driving a car, and the parent gets in the car and says, right, let's go for a drive then. And the parent, knowing full well that they don't like the fact that they're driving, spark up a cigarette and say, I'm going to get you banned. And it turns out fine.
So does that mean pipe smokers can get away with it?
No.
It's still smoking. What about vapors? That'll really piss them off.
I was just about to say, so Calm could get him one and pretend that he's smoking as he is now. They get pulled over, they get through the whole rigmarole, They'd do all the paperwork, they'd sign it, send it off, and then you'd go, oh, by the way, this is only an e-pipe, you know.
Yeah, but they're all starting getting.
Or
pissed
cover
about
your e-cigarette with Rizzlers.
I don't think it'd help covering Richards with Rizzlers, to be honest. It'd look more conspicuous, it'd look like a big joint.
Drugs and smoking.
Like, yeah. And if you got hay fever, it's twice as worse. It's like, you're stoned, aren't you?
I suppose actually the 17-year-old driving when his mum backs up, he won't get banned. He'll just get a huge fine, and he'll have to sell his car in order to pay it.
Yeah.
You're giving all the mums an idea.
I think we should stop there, really, because I think we're doing the people in government's job for free, where they get like £100,000 a year to make these stupid decisions. So.
Oh, what, we're working out their stupid ideas for them.
Exactly, yeah, because obviously they haven't thought about it at all, and no news there, obviously. But,
if somebody gives me £100,000 a year, I'll happily make shit up every day.
Yeah, they're sitting in TGI Friday right now watching, going, we fucked up.
Oh shit, that was your idea to say about 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
The next thing will be petitions on Facebook for smoking shelters and smoking bins on the hard shoulder.
Oh, can you imagine that? On the M25, someone in the bloody lay-by, it's like, yeah, you're smoking, ain't you? Yeah, you got a kid. Oh, brilliant.
You could pass a rule. There is a rule that if there's you can have a smoking shelter as long as it's only got two sides. Maybe they could smoke in a trailer. But not a caravan.
I wonder if it's classed in a caravan if you get the fine if they're in the back.
I wonder if it counts if you've got like a convertible car.
I was just going to say the same thing.
You know, I was actually thinking, what if you're on the bike with an open face helmet and you're having a cigarette on the road with a 16-year-old passenger?
Well, that sounds like something you tell us later on about your old days.
It's got to be the healthiest way to smoke tobacco, though, hasn't it, on a motorbike? Because you're only going to get 2 or 3 drags before it's gone.
Well, no, most of it goes in your face.
But where would you put your ashtray?
Oh, yeah, good point. Maybe
Well, you just open up the fuel tank, don't you? And you just.
The good thing about that is it's got that little notch as well, hasn't it? So you could, when you don't want to smoke, when you want to concentrate on steering, you could just wedge your cigarette in there.
And when you put it out, you stub it on the top and you just drop it in the fuel tank. Perfect fine. Devon Mellon, do not get ideas, mate. Patented. The girl was at the Astro.
If anyone's watching that, don't try and slip it out in your fuel tank. It's probably not a good idea.
Do you know what? If anybody's watching it and thinks it's a good idea, then I suggest they go for it. Make sure to get it on video.
Get the nurse to send it to us, yeah?
Yeah, we're on the camera when you do it. Yeah?
Remember, it's Mr. B's using your petrol tank as an ashtray challenge.
This award will be a gold spray-painted dildo.
No, if you win, you get a Ride Invisible sticker.
Or a gold-plated spanner, because you're a
ghost.
A gold-plated spanner.
You could get Dave to make you weld up a motorbike for you, and then melt the top.
I could weld the coffin up for him.
Weld up the motorbike and have a button on it so you press it and the flame come out the tank. It's a lighter, mate, for next time you do it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
God.
Right. Okay, let's stop the smoking thing now.
I shouldn't have started it, shouldn't I?
No. Right, let's go back to Q&A for a moment. Mrs. B said Kev sounds like he's knackered. You knackered, Kev?
Are you naked, Kev?
I've been up since 4:30, so.
Bloody hell, what's that? 5 hours?
Go easy, Kev. Jesus, calm down, mate. Don't work too hard.
It's been a long day.
4 hours.
Let's
Stop for lunch in a bit.
Brilliant.
I had to go off exhausted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a joke I was going to make. His new additions to his bike, fitting them must have been exhausting.
Well, I didn't fit them, so.
Oh, you cheap scummy.
Has anybody else noticed that the back of Kev's bike looks like, you know, when you used to buy the glasses with the nose on? The disguise. Have you noticed that the back of his bike looks like that?
Something tells me he has, but he's not mentioning it.
And then to the picture and send it.
What?
But it's not his fault. He didn't.
You see, he'll never be able to look at the back of his bike again.
Everyone else doesn't.
I'll be getting a tail tied this week, so we'll fix that soon enough.
We're still hiding it. Yeah.
Yeah, plastic surgery on the back of the bike.
Right, let's go and attack some more of the Q&A. Oh my word, it's gone bonkers. Right, where do we start? Right, okay, let's go with Weggy's Edited Out quickly. Andy, what club do you run, Andy?
I run the Locomotive Social Club in Station Street, Ipswich.
All right, is that like I was going to say a train spot club, but anything to do with
Everybody sits in there with Max on, or anoraks. Yeah, basically, yeah, they do.
All right, okay.
And they've got little notepads as well.
Yeah.
Is it actually
I know.
a train or
We
is
should make it illegal to smoke in a car with children.
Is it like in the shape of a train or something? You know.
Does everyone sit in carriages?
It looks like Richard wants to come visit.
You think I'm joking? I'm going to have to show you it on a video, but down a road in Hull, there's an overhead railway bridge, and they've put an old railway carriage there. Is it a cafe, Tosh? You'll know. What is it? A cafe or a bar?
No, it's a restaurant bar.
Restaurant bar.
Yeah, that's true. I know because I used to live out that way, and I've actually eaten in there.
What do you get? A little triangular sandwich in a nasty.
Yeah.
I think
bloody,
Paper cup of coffee.
we've got a bloody boat in the docks. An old fucking boat, and that's a restaurant. I don't want to go there, it fucking stinks.
They used to have. Was it when they got the ferry? When they replaced the ferry with the Humber Bridge, that got made into a club, didn't it?
What was the name of that ferry on the Humber Bridge? The ferry before the Humber Bridge that used to go across the...
Dun, 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 dun.
Stuck in the side of the river and made it into a club.
Come on, Tosh, come on.
It used to be a ferry going from Hull to Cleethorpes all the way to Humber Bridge.
By the way, Mr. B, while he's doing that, I hope we've got a quiz tonight. Because
No.
I went out and bought me a Bell special.
Oh no! I'm not doing a quiz tonight. I thought we'd give it a break.
I've got one of them. I don't know why.
Prepared.
You've got to do a quiz. Start thinking now. Start writing down
That's
questions.
the only thing you fucking know for is the quiz.
Look at all the Look at the Q&A. It's mental.
It is.
Hang on. I'll see what I can do, but let's try and get through this Q&A. So, if the panel could help me, why not going off on a tangent?
Why is everyone talking at... Oh,
But why people engaging with a Q&A? It's not good.
No,
This is supposed to be on for hours.
Mr. B, just mute everybody and start talking.
It was called the New Holland.
That's him.
that was about an hour ago, Tosh. You don't have to mute Kev because you can't fucking hear him.
I almost pressed eject then, Richard. Right, okay. Right, let's try and attack the Q&A. Come on. Right, so Hebcat Harley says that we'll get an echo from somebody.
Someone is it.
Lincoln Castle.
It was the Lincoln Castle, I've just been reliably informed.
Oh, sake. That was an hour ago, Tosh.
No, it wasn't. That was 10 minutes.
Tosh, you're getting old. An hour ago.
We haven't been on there an hour. Come on, Dave, tell him.
It's his brother that'll know.
Right, I will try to identify the echo at some point, Hebcat. But for now, we'll move on. I hope it's not too bad an echo.
Hang on, I'll turn me off, see if it's me.
You can't turn you off. You
That's
always.
all right, I can just mute you, Tosh.
Come on then.
There we go. That's sorting him out. Oh, look, the echo's gone. Brilliant.
Has that fixed it?
Yes, it has. Right, this has been here for a while. Let's quickly go for this. How is it that Mr. B dropped his bus? I didn't drop it; it fell over technically. But the new Mrs. B managed not to drop hers. That's because she used the superbike stand.
She's taller.
Yeah, so thanks for that, XT Donkey. And then I think Mrs. B had a chat with him about that in the Q&A, so let's try and eliminate that quickly. All right, there we go.
She's got a better bike, that's all.
Obviously. Because she's the boss. XT. Okay. Where should we go next? If anyone wants to suggest anything in the Q&A from the panel that we can eliminate quickly, that will help me.
All the ones with my fucking name in it.
Right, Lewis.
X88 says hello. X88 says hello to everybody.
Right. Hello, Bex. I'll select that in a second. Just quickly, Lewis Vlogs, he says, hi guys, Chaz hates me, he's taking my sticker down.
It fell down, I stuck it back up.
Oh, he stuck it back up, so he still loves you. Don't worry, Lewis.
I don't know where XT Donkey's one is. It's probably in the tip somewhere. And Lewis Vlogs, I know Benny Boys has gone disappearing. I think Tiff nicked it.
All right, okay, I found Bex's queue, and it is, hello, Beast, Tibby, Tibbs, Mr. and Mrs. B, Chaz, Khan, Skiggy, Suffolk, Andy, Tosh, and Dave. Dave!
Dave.
Hi, Bex.
Hey, Bex.
Hi, Bex. That's the longest hi, Bex, that you've done so far. That's brilliant. Excellent.
We need to get Bex on.
Yeah.
To you.
Right, Wendy said to us, says, Lewis, Chaz did say he wasn't a fan.
Yeah, Lewis, you're a knob.
My wife says hello to Bex88.
She was got kinky.
Okay, to continue the talk about my bike falling over, Stealth adds into this answer to the XT Donkey because Mrs.
Echo's
is
back.
a lot smarter. Of course she is. Cheers, Stealth, and hello.
Read Bex's next one.
Whose?
Bex's.
What? And Tiff one. Oh, and Tiff, his wife, and viewers too, Bex.
Oh, she was like, am I not here? Am I not here? Oh, you're gonna cry about it. Oh, Bex said hello.
He looks really
You're
happy.
supposed to say hello to the side, babe, Bex.
Hang on, let's stop there, otherwise Tiff will be getting up trying to do some sort of acceptance speech to her mention. Not.
It's scary. Stop it.
Love it. Right, where do we go from there? Right, when you ZZR comes back to Suffolk Andy and says, give up the Loco Club and reopen the Railway Pub, please.
Yeah, I know which one he means. Yeah, that used to be a very good venue for rock groups and music and stuff. But I think once one of the big famous groups turned up there and done a gig with just a pub full of people. I don't remember what it was now. But yeah, I know what he means. Yeah, it's a pity about that place.
Yeah. Okay. And
The place has been sold and bought and sold so many times. I got an echo again.
Yeah, the echo's back.
Is it? Hang on.
Yeah, the echo's back.
Is it me?
Hang on.
Yeah, the echo's back. Yeah, the echo's back.
Hey, it's gone. Yes, it is you, Tosh.
It's back.
Even if it wasn't, we still say it was.
Yes, it is, mate. I can literally and sign read, by the way. Right, so let's go to the constant bikers question while Tosh sorts out his technical issues. And he says the smoking thing sounds like a typical Daily Mail scaremongering bullshit. In fact, though, by the sounds of it, the constant biker is actually true.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I was like, Facebook, please. Not again. I'll share it, but I won't say anything about it.
Yeah, but apparently it's true. Until otherwise proven not so. Let's go to Stealth's also another cue here. He says, how did you come up with the name Brain Dump? Meaning, and what And was it hard to find a wife that had dumped her brain too?
Stella. Stella.
So yeah, it took quite a few drinks to before she dumped her brain, and we got married. But yeah, very quickly. But briefly, yeah, brain dump was just basically dumping our thoughts out, and it just I don't know, really, it's kind of weird. We just dump our thoughts out in terms of bike and everything else, and what you see is what you get, really. Walks and all, so it's a brain dump, and that's it.
Any more echoes?
Hello.
Any more echoes?
I think you're right now.
Not as bad. It's not as bad. There's a slight one, but not as bad, buddy. I can survive with that. Okay, so thanks for that question, Delph. I hope that kind of helps. Mrs. B might want to add something to it at some point, but it's a piece she's not here. Lying in bed filling the Q&A. Right. Okay. Oh, it's Mrs. B's favourite person that asked this question. How to?
Can Tosh say it? Let Tosh say it. Give Tosh. I want Tosh to say it.
What's that?
Oh, Mrs. B knows him as Give Us a Gobble. He says, a 17-year-old old enough to join the army and learn how to kill people, but not old enough to travel in a car while someone is smoking in case it damages their health, or in fact actually driving the car. Yeah, mate, absolutely crazy. Like I say, well, I think we've already discussed it. The government is a complete arse, and they get lots of money for being a complete arse. You never think things through, never mind,
You can actually join the army at 15 and 9 months.
Sorry, what was that, Kev?
You can actually join the army at 15 and 9 months.
You can't fight though, can you?
You can fight anything over 17. It takes that long to train, but you join up when you're 15.
Right. I got most of that. Hang on a minute. Tosh, you got the telly on in your room?
I've got the volume right down. Can you still hear me?
I can hear the telly. You got the telly on?
I was hearing Carmen before.
No, that's just Kev.
I promise, Andy, and we'll get this done. I will get it done.
Alright, I'll tell you what I'll do, mate, or what you could do is just mute yourself when you're not talking. That'll probably,
I can see that.
Oh, he's so funny. He's so funny.
Is that any better?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You sound like Kev now.
You turned your mic volume down.
Yeah, I know. I don't want it to echo.
Well, then we can't hear you.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
Yeah. That'll do, Tosh. That'll do.
XD Donkey just bloody messaged me.
Yeah, no, that's fine, mate. Tosh, don't worry about it. Right. Okay. So yeah, Kev, you just might want to boost your microphone volume a little bit, or shall I do it from the admin panel?
Yeah, crack on. Do what you need to do.
Well, come here, Sonny. Bend over.
Hello, how are you?
Right, let's see if I can turn Kevin up a little bit louder.
Look for the sticker, Tev. The big ugly fucking donkey sticker.
Wow, we're getting that echo again.
Couldn't hear me.
If you cleaned your room properly, Chaz should have found it.
Go break your other fucking foot.
Okay, yes, we're still alive, Chaz. Right. Okay, so let's go to the Q&A again and see if we can clear it. Oh, it's just Lewis and Mrs. B having a chat now. So, Mrs. B says she's ill. Obviously, her fingers are fine and she can type on the keyboard and she's still awake. Awesome.
It's always the way.
What was that, Andy? Did you say something, Andy?
No.
Oh, okay. Lewis Vlogs has come back and said, I'm the Lewis Vlogs one because Lewis Vlogs was already taken. LOL, Chaz, swivel. Why didn't you try something else then? It's already taken.
Is my audio any better now?
It's extremely loud. Hang on a minute, mate. I need to turn you down because I turned you up. So hang on.
There's a bit of interference because of that.
There we go. Right, okay, that should fix that. Lovely. Do you have to do it on your end? I'm just doing it on my end, that's it. Like a boss! Okay, alright, Lewis Blood, Lewis Blood, I'm reading the question and the name at the same time. Lewis Vlog says, I got up off my chair and there was a patch of blood. Oh, really?
The strangulated piles, mate. You have to get yourself to the doctors and they'll be able to sort of nip them off for you. You'll be fine. It doesn't hurt that bad.
You might want to talk to your mum. She's the best person to talk to about this.
She might nip them off for you.
Sorry, what you want?
No, just give him a good squeeze.
Right.
I think Tosh thinks there's something else.
Incontinent pads will help. They'll soak up the blood so that won't mess up your furniture.
Bounty! Sit on a roll of bounty, mate. Perfect.
Yeah, kitchen roll, you'll be fine. Right, okay then, thanks for that, Lewis.
Not the chocolate bar.
No, not that. I don't know what's going on here. This is, oh, right, okay. Mrs. B's, I was going back to the accident sign things and how many people have had accidents. We have a lot of them around here. Number F accident signs. Number of accident signs. Personally, I think they're pointless. It would be far more useful to say what the hazard is so people are just going to prepare for it. It's a very good point, Mrs. B. I'll give you that, yeah. Lots of people have died here or had accidents. We're not going to tell you why, but to let you know they have.
There was a war on this ground, but we're not going to tell you.
Yeah. That's a very good point, Mrs. B. I'll let you have that one. Right, let's quickly go to Wiggy's Zadar's question. He says, Defo stick a reverse cone mega on that little Honda Buddy.
On Emma's bike, I was on about sticking a megaphone exhaust on it, you know, the ones with the closed ends.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I've got one of them sitting in the garage, mate.
What?
I've got one of them sitting in the garage if you want it.
Oh, well,
I've got two of them, actually.
We might be trading it in for a YBR yet, so I'll have to see.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because it's got an electric start, and Mrs. Skeggy wants an electric start.
Oh, wait, is that the Honda you got?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you should trade that in for anything you can get. A Mars bar, Snickers.
Yeah. I'd love to keep the bike myself and buy something else as well, but I don't know. Money.
Should stop buying all this bloody Guinness then.
What?
What? Yeah, that's what that is. Pissing
anyway, loud pipe. Get a loud pipe on it anyway, mate. Absolutely. So let's go to Gazatron. Hello, Gazatron. And he says, "Hi all, Kev. Bike sounds mint, by the way. Sounding V-twin."
Cheers, mate. I'm quite happy with it. I'm sure it'll be a lot louder when I take the baffles out. But I think Jenny will rattle me if I start riding off at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Try doing it at 2 o'clock. Twice as fun.
Hey, I'll tell you, I've got a tip for you, Kev. If you, well, you can't. Are they easy to remove the baffles? Is it just a screw?
Just a screw, yeah.
Yeah. What I used to do was before I got paranoid and then I gave up and just left them out permanently. But what you can do if you want, you can just take the baffles out and put them under the seat.
Yeah.
And then if you get stuck, just say, "Oh, yeah, they fell out. I went back and retrieved them. They're under my seat. I'll go and put them back in when I get home. Thank you very much, officer. Bye."
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because it is like crazy. Like, I mean, I'm sure many of you, when we went for the infamous Calm ride, you heard Gazatron's bike. It's on a par with that. It's ridiculous how loud it is.
If you see the police, just pull your clutch in and roll past. That's what I do every time.
Or just bomb them.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go, "Row, row, row."
I have a number of videos where I red bomb the police.
RJ does the same thing. He turns it right down when he's going past police.
Yeah, just do that.
Pull your clutch in. They don't care. I mean, I've spoken to the police about it. They don't really care unless it's obscene.
I better stop red bombing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going past the police rev bombing them, you're gonna get pulled at some.
I only rev bomb speed vans. I don't like police in general. It's just speed vans. I got a distaste for them. something crazy. The accidents they.
Am I the only person that the police go like that to when I ride past them?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck's sake. Alright!
What, sorry?
They tell you to rev it, don't they? Like everyone does the fucking, oh, do a wheelie! Do a wheelie! It's like,
Yeah, do they go, hey mate, rev it! Rev it!
no, that's what I do to them. I do have a mistaken habit of sticking my middle finger on each lever. But yeah, it's kind of subtle.
Excellent. Right, let's move on from that one and go to Lewis Vlogs quickly. And he says, sorry I lowered the tone. These panel members are so vulgar. How do you cope, Mr. B? I'll tell you what, it's a blinking struggle, mate. But I cope. We muddle through. And apologises for the viewers as well for vulgarness that comes out of the panel. And me as well. But there we go. That's how it is. Don't like it? You know. Simple as that.
Oh, it's a blinking.
Should we all put our helmets on and do the hangout from now and then?
Yeah, or just not have a camera on at all. But
Oh,
no.
wait, no.
That means I gotta get up.
Yeah, I mean, none of us have got icon variants because we're not that stupid, so we can't do that.
Sorry, but people who go on Hangouts or just try to hide their face in general, they just need to be punched in the fucking nose, honest.
Wait, this fucking sticker just fell off again.
Is it okay if I just do that? I can do that all day.
Yeah, that works. I don't know who that is now.
No, who's that?
I can understand why people might want to like keep the private life private. I understand that. I do get that. But like, I don't see the point in hiding your face and things. I don't get that.
We don't know what they look like though, so maybe they're doing us all a favour.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
They can't be much worse than me, so.
I mean, I'll tell you what, there's one thing that's very prevalent about that is that a very famous motovlogger known as Baron von Grumble kept his identity hidden for like ages and go through all that hassle of blurring out this and blurring out that and blurring out number plates and blurring that and blurring that. And as you know, as editors yourselves, that's a pain in the backside and takes ages only for his identity to be revealed. And then all that was just a waste of time.
Yeah, all that on TV.
So why do it?
Well, even before his identity was revealed, if anyone's bought a sticker from him, you'll know how to find them anyway. It takes a few seconds because when you pay through PayPal, it gives away his company address, Dead Pixels.
Yeah, exactly.
Google Dead Pixels, and then you've got his name.
Yeah, I think some people, you know, remember the Stig on Top Gear and stuff. I think people I don't know, people are fascinated by wanting to know who it is, but ultimately at some point we'll know who it is, and that's.
Your Stig doesn't talk, so if you're going to be a motovlogger, when you know, that's fine, and you don't want to show your face, that's fine, but don't do an hangout with an helmet on.
Yeah.
Chaz, that is awesome.
I think I've said this on a video. You look like Jenny in the morning there, Chaz. I think I've said this before. I actually prefer it when I can see the face and I know the person. I can click with them more. It's only in very few circumstances that I enjoy the videos of people who don't show the face of themselves anonymous, like Baron von Grumble and RJ. They're about the only ones, really, to be honest. Even Baron von Grumble, though, he doesn't show his face, but he still talks about his personal life and stuff, doesn't he? I mean, he did a video about a month ago, didn't he, about him getting a divorce and things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Exactly. So it is kind of pointless. Ultimately, your identity will be known, and if anyone's determined, it's like anything. If someone wants to steal your motorbike, doesn't matter what you've done with it. If you put it in a flipping safe and all sorts, if someone's determined, they'll get it. If they want to know who you are, they'll determined, they'll find out. So you know, think about that in your strategy. If you're going to be a hidden motovlogger, ultimately, people will find out who you are anyway. That so. Yeah.
I was just gonna ask Beast Rider a question. Why do you need a helmet when your head is metal?
It's a good point.
It's a good question.
That's to keep the road and any other vehicles from getting damaged in case I do happen to hit them.
Is it titanium, Bobby?
Yeah, titanium plate.
It would be silly. It's adamantium.
Unobtainium.
Oh, God. I still giggle at that. I mean, come on, seriously, who thought that up? God.
Aluminium and titanium. Yes, it's light and strong. So is titanium.
But you can't get unobtainium, can you?
It's like that rare material American. I don't think you can get that, can you?
What, aluminum?
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Yeah, we get loads of aluminium over here, but that aluminum, that's hard to come by.
Yeah, we don't have it over there.
Did you know that aluminum, when you can find it, glows in the dark?
Yeah.
I think
I got a piece of it here, look.
Oh, yeah?
Illuminatious.
The world's purest aluminum. Right, okay, no, let's go away from metals and go back to the Q&A quickly. Okay, I've just seen Lewis's question, but I'll just get back to that in a minute. Let's go to T-Sprint 900, because that's a new viewer, a new question as far as I can...
Sounds like it's for Richard.
Of people that we've had along. And he says, hi all, anyone done one of those I am advanced riding courses, and are they worth doing? Richard!
Yep.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You said before that we were talking too much. I was trying to shorten it for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You should do it like the church dog and go, oh!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It just sounds like a corner.
I've done one. I enjoyed it. I think it's been very useful.
Richard, do you just want to expand a little bit and maybe say how much they cost and what benefits they have?
It was, I went with the IAM. It's £140, I think. I got it a bit cheaper because I'd done a bike safe and they gave us a voucher. And that's everything. So it's all your observed rides, your tests and everything's included. Whether it's worth it purely monetarily, I don't know, because I haven't done my test yet. My test is coming up soon, hopefully. And you're supposed to get some money off insurance, but I'm not sure. I mean, people talk about it being up to 10% off. So for me, it's kind of neither here nor there. You know, 20 quid here or there is not a lot. But it makes you think about how you ride. And it makes you think about everything that's going on around you. It makes you look further down the road than you might otherwise look. I think it's well worth it, and it makes you. I think it makes you quicker down the road as well, without quicker and safer. But I suppose it depends how much experience you've got on a bike and how much you've picked up anyway. I mean, you see so many people who've got 10 years experience on a bike and they're still taking racing lines on the road. And it's a matter of luck whether they survive each ride, isn't it?
I've had almost 30 years so far of riding a bike, and watching your videos, IMs. I've learnt a couple of things from that myself, which is always good because as long as you're open to learning new stuff, then it's got to be good for you.
Yeah, I think you should always be challenging yourself to learn stuff anyway. I mean, it's part of what makes life worth living, isn't it? Is learning new things.
And boobs.
And boobs. I'll give you that one. A nice thigh.
Chicken thigh, yeah.
I mean, I've enjoyed it enough that I'm considering, once I've done my test, doing the observer training to become an observer for the IAM, and it's all done voluntarily. So it's not like you're getting paid to do it. It's people doing it because they want to make riding safe for everybody. If you're concerned about how I don't know anything about the person asking the question, but if you're new to riding, definitely do it. If you've been, when I did the bike safe, there were people who got 30 and 40 years worth of riding experience who thought they had nothing they could learn, and at the end of the 2 days were saying it was brilliant. And we're then going on and doing the IM, and there's a couple have joined the IM, there's a couple went to the ROSPA, a couple did enhanced. So I think it's worthwhile. And if you're doing it, I mean, Tosh will tell you because he's been on an IAM session. They'll let you just go along for one anyway, for free, so you can see what it's all about, talk with them, find out if you like it or not. So you've got nothing to lose really by trying it.
And how long are your rides on average?
The observed rides, I've had 9 of them. I was supposed to only have 8, but because it was taking such a long time to get the test book, because the guy who does the tests is on holiday for 8 weeks or something, I went and had another one. But it's tricky because they're all advanced police motorcyclists, so there's not many of them around. The guy who does them in this area is the person who trains the advanced police motorcyclists. So it's hard to get them, and obviously they're busy people. But I've had 9 sessions, and they vary between a couple of hours at the short end and maybe 4 hours at the long end. Wow. So we'll go out, we'll do, we might do 100 miles with several breaks. So the last one I went out, we went all round Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, stopped for dinner, stopped for a coffee, it's that kind of thing. But it's not like learning to ride or anything like that. It's not a kind of a trainer situation. It's somebody giving advice and watching you and trying to finesse things more than, because you're already, in theory, a safe rider if you've passed your test, in theory.
Cool. And I always advocate that anything that helps people get safer on the roads, then do it. And so, yeah, if you're new to riding, or worse still, you just ride maybe 3 or 4 times a year, although you've been riding for 30 years, technically you've been riding for about 4 weeks. So, yeah, I advise that you definitely do that as well, getting that knowledge. I am trying to get my Ride Invisible campaign started. I will get it going soon. Things are falling into place. But, yeah, definitely do that stuff. One question I've got for you, though, Carl, because I've not done any of that stuff, but then I've just ridden solid since I was, 8 years old. But do you have an intercom and stuff? Can you talk to each other as you ride?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, it's you'll go out, you'll do, might be 5 miles, might be 10, might be 20. I guess at the beginning it's shorter because you're making more mistakes, and as you're getting better, then you can go further. But no, there's no intercom. Right. You get a map out at the beginning, you work out where you're going, and off you go. And then they follow you, and right at the beginning, they're following you kind of, 20, 30 yards back for their safety. As you're coming up to your test, they're on your back wheel.
Right.
So watching every. I mean, they're really when I did the pre-test, they're coming alongside at the beginning to see your speedo, so they know exactly how your speedo and their speedo calibrate together. So they can work out what you're seeing, because speed is it's all this stuff about making progress as well as being safe. But then they're on your back wheel because they're looking at you changing gear, they're looking at how you're using the clutch, they're looking at usage of the brakes. They don't like to see you using the front brake at all in reality, because it's all about planning.
Yeah, it's safer for them to tell you afterwards, or when they pull over and you chat about it, than doing it at the time, because then you're conscious and you're worrying and you're thinking, I should be doing this, not about the car in front of you or something like that.
Well, the thing about it is, it's I say about not using your front brake. The idea is this is all about making you plan everything. So every time you're going around a bend, you're taking the right line out of the bend, and you're already looking at the next one and maybe the one after that if you can see it. And you're looking at every bit of crap on the road. You look at all the vehicles around you. It's all about the positioning to be in the safest position, and it means that you actually don't need to use your brakes generally. You're slowing down on your engine most of the time because you're planning ahead that much. One of the things they like to see you do is be dropping down. If you see a 30-mile-an-hour zone, they like it if you hit that 30-mile-an-hour sign as you hit 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
They don't want you slowing down to 30 miles an hour 50 yards ahead of it and then crawling into the zone.
Yeah.
They're trying to time it. And similarly, if you're going from a 30 into a 60, they don't like it if you're accelerating, 15 meters before the speed limit change. It's as you get to the sign, you're off. But it's good. I'd say do it. But at least do a taster because you got nothing to lose.
Yeah. I bet it'll be you doing engine braking with your exhaust.
It sounds awesome.
Bang! Bang!
It's got slightly raucous now. Now that it's getting cold, when the bike's cold, if I'll accelerate just down our road, get it into second gear, and then cut the power, and it's like somebody's banging a drum now. It's getting a bit mental. I'm thinking the baffle might have to go into. Say again?
You need to do it a bit higher speed, and you'll hear a massive great bang.
No, it's like somebody hitting a cymbal or hitting a snare drum. It is probably the first time it did. It's like, Jesus, has that fallen off? It was like when we were putting it on in the garage, and we were getting all the flames coming out. It's like, what way? I did the last observed run without the baffle in. He said, do not ride that bike in front of a policeman without the baffle in, because he won't even let you do your test. He'll just give you 3 points and send you home. But he said, at the end of it, he says, actually, it was really useful, though, because I didn't have to get right in your back wheel to work out when you were changing gear, because I could just hear it.
Yeah, so now pipes have their advantages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, nice one. And T-Sprint 900's come back and said, cheers for that. Only passed my DAS in October. We'll take a look for the free riding course thing.
Well, there's 2 things I would advise. One is bike safe, which isn't free, and there's 2 variations of it generally. There's your 1-day bike safe where you go out with the police, and there's a 2-day bike safe. The 1 day for me was about 25 quid, so I did the 2-day for 40 quid. It's a full weekend. You get 1 day with the police, 1 day with one of the advanced training schools. So at IAM, ROSPA, or Enhanced. And they gave us, I mean, it might vary around the country, but they then gave us 25 quid off advanced riding courses. That is well worth doing before you do your IAM if you're quite new. But if you go to the IAM and just say, can I come? Just ring up your local group and say, can I come along for a ride? They all do observed rides and social rides and things like that, and they'll let you go along for one. And it doesn't cost you a penny. But Tosh did it. Infamous biker, that's you. Sorry, Northern Vlogger did it as well. He went for one, didn't he?
Go on, Kev, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, on the 2-day one, Rich, the 2-day bike safe, you know, you're saying the second day you're with one of the advanced riding schools.
Yeah.
Is it just a case of who's available, or do you get any kind of say on who you want to speak to?
We didn't get a choice. They just allocated us. So I was out with a proper training school, like that would do your DSA test, but they've also got the extra stuff they need to do enhanced, because you've got the government-backed ERS thing, Enhanced Rider Scheme. But there were about 15 or 16 people on our one, and there were 4 or 5 guys from the IAM, 4 or 5 from ROSPA, and then the rest were ERS, and it was all one-to-one stuff. So it was really good from that point of view. Really, it doesn't matter which one, because they all use Police Roadcraft as the system that they're using. So they just show you in slightly different ways. If anything, the government-backed one was looser. The IAM are quite keen that you follow the highway code, whereas the ERS guy was the one who was making a big point of, don't be using the left-hand lane, it's not as safe as the right-hand lane on a dual carriageway and all this kind of stuff. So, whereas the IAM would say, use the left-hand lane unless there's a reason not to. But they're all pretty much of a muchness. Maybe the ERS is a little bit less strict. And also the ERS, I believe the instructor gives you a certificate, so you're not actually having to demonstrate your riding skills in front of a policeman. And as skillful riders go, I think the police are pretty much as good as it gets, aren't they? You know, the skills of the advanced police riders are bloody amazing.
They don't ride like Mr. Beano.
Was that Tosh? You're a bit quiet, mate.
Sorry, they don't ride like you, do they?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want to compare myself to the police and how I ride. I just use common sense, really. That's all my riding experience is just common sense and what I've learned, and it kind of works for me.
You'd like it over here though. There's a woman police advanced rider over here who rides a Hayabusa.
Cool.
Police Hayabusa. So it's in police live. Although actually it's recently been repainted and it's not as policey looking, although it still is a police bike. But it's amazing to see them ride. The accuracy is incredible. So when they're saying with the IAM, you know, if you're doing a right-hander, assuming the road surface is clean and all that kind of stuff, you're kind of 9 to 12 inches off the left-hand side of the carriageway. The police are rolling on that edge, and they say they have to do that because if they're chasing someone, they need every edge they can get. So they're within an inch of the edge of the road.
Absolutely.
And really, it's amazing to see it done.
Yeah.
The speeds they're doing are out of this world.
They're illegal.
They are illegal, yeah. The speeds they do are not even close to legal. But they've got that magic blue light, haven't they, that makes everything okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Not by law, according to that, you can't. It doesn't admonish them from using the blue light. Doesn't sort of stop them getting points and stripes for speeding without proof.
Yeah.
They have to call it in before they put the blue light on.
Yeah, there's only one person in the UK that's allowed to speed legally.
That the Queen.
That is the Queen.
Wow.
The Queen doesn't have a number plate, so you wouldn't be able to tell her car.
But she must be getting on a bit now. I wouldn't want to see the Queen doing like 120 miles an hour around any corner, really.
I must have seen the Queen driving a lot then, because I've seen loads of cars recently with no number plates on. That must have been her.
Yep, that's right. That's why I said that you'd be able to find out living around here.
I thought it was Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Them Chevy VWs with the skirts and the baked bean exhaust is the Queen. Fucking hell, she gets them down there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She puts it about a bit, you mean?
Oh,
She does have a few cars.
Right.
A few bits of rust on the cars. I'm sure she could afford to get them done.
You mean she does some dogging? Why do I feel like we're going to get in trouble for this?
Does the Queen do her own maintenance?
Moving on. Moving on.
She does brake levers.
Anything like that, like driving or maintenance or DIY. I mean, if the Queen did.
Mr. B, I'm trying to help you out here. I'm moving the subject on for you, Mr. B. You've got one on your list for maintenance. I'm trying to help you out here, mate. Come on.
Brake
Help me out for what?
levers, Mr. B.
Is this how we have to talk now when we want to talk on the online?
Yeah, we got to look like we're Tosh having a good time.
I'm not having a good time. I'm playing microphones knackered.
Shut up, Tosh.
Right, okay, let's go to this question from Lewis Broxton.
I was just doing my impression of Batman.
Oh my god, this is not my true face. Oh, I'm a photo vlogger. You can't see me.
Who has the biggest double chin on the panel?
I have.
Are we having a chin off?
I love it how people are like me. It's like,
Because you've got to realise when you get as old as me, gravity is not kind, and everything just goes downwards. And I can honestly say, you guys with the beards, trust me, you ought to be careful because when you shave them off, you might have one under them as well.
oh, it's fine. These are nice and warm.
That's why I used to have my beard, because it hid it.
Yeah, I saw you with a beard. You look like something out of the Matrix.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he ain't got a beard. He's fucking babyface.
I was giving him a good. Forget it.
No, with the glasses, but then he looked like
Matrix.
Matrix.
Can I just ask, what did everybody do at 11 o'clock on Tuesday?
Where I was, we did nothing.
I was probably in traffic.
I did this.
Andy knows what I'm on about.
Yes, I was in a shopping centre in Devon, and the guy who ran the shopping centre made an announcement, and the whole shopping centre stood for 2 minutes.
I was in the middle of a taxi MOT and the whole East Riding workshop, you know, the noise in the garage and everything, completely bloody silent. 2 minutes. Fantastic.
I bet they still charged you, though.
Oh, yeah, they still charged 180 quid, yeah.
Should have said to him, I want £6 off that, mate. Come on. I saw you down in tools.
Sorry, mate. I thought you were on about 11 o'clock at night. Yes, but yes. paying the respects for the silence at 11 o'clock. Yes, I was fully aware of that one.
I was probably on the A12, stuck behind some idiot in a Mini. I fucking hate Minis. Fucking horrible, stupid people. Huh? No! Idiots buy Minis! If anyone on the panel's got a Mini, I don't think they have, because they got more taste. They're just idiots that drive them. They buy them because of the looks, not because of anything else. They don't have to drive the fucking things.
Are you talking about the BMW Mini?
They're all the same. Not the originals. The originals are nice. People that buy them are people that like cars.
Mm-hmm.
The bubble shit boxes, no.
No, I don't really want to talk about frigging Minis for God's sake, but to be honest, BMW have totally ruined the whole concept of a Mini. I mean, it's like an SUV now. It's not a Mini.
Price as a Land Rover Discovery.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. What idiots they are, and what idiots that buy them as well. There you go.
And Audi drivers, Richard.
Let's not go into German cars.
That is absolutely minging.
See, I can't work it out. I think it might be gorgeous.
No, that's across the street in the hard water, a ZZR and some sort of futuristic heap of shit.
Oh, you're not talking about Andy's bike, are you?
No, I've been looking at the Ninja H2.
Oh, that thing.
Oh, that
Have
one.
you seen the prices for that, Richard? I don't think all of the panel combined can afford it.
Hey, I won the lottery yesterday. You never know.
You keep
But you're married. That's the problem.
they're saying here it's about 15,800 quid.
What? That's a bit more than I won on the lottery. Sorry.
It's a lot of money, but hell, it looks. You see, I can't work out if it looks amazing or not.
I don't like it. The same as the new R1. I don't like the new R1 either.
The new R1's ugly.
Best of the R1.
It's going to be quicker than the new R1, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like the Ducati Diaville. That's ugly as fuck. Jesus, that's like
That's a gorgeous bike.
some demented Mini owner had a shit and decided to name it a Divel.
No.
Look at his face. He's like, no, not having it. I ain't listening to you. Fuck off. My baby. Want it.
Ugh, that is minging.
Yeah, I
don't know. I think it might be beautiful.
Okay.
Frame. Richard, it's the frame that's getting you. It's like a stunt bike. They just coat the frame, make a new frame for it, make it look all colourful, and you're like, oh, it looks nice.
It looks like it's out of Tron.
I think it looks like they started making the fairings and then ran out of plastic. I just
Is
think.
that the original
I'm
Tron or the
I'm
remake?
not going to take you like the Diavol. You think that's beautiful, right? I'm not taking anything off you.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's a positive.
To be fair, my love for the Diavel or the Diavolo, whatever you want to pronounce it, is being surpassed by the new Scrambler. I am very partial to the new Scrambler.
Really?
Gorgeous bike.
Yeah, I could never understand the Diavol though, because it almost looks like a Honda Grom, doesn't it?
Don't stop. God, you've got to be a famous motovlogger if you get a fucking ROM and then stick a comment. Look at me! I'm doing what everyone else is doing. I'm different.
Oh, right, okay, let's just put up a picture. Yeah. Hang on.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Richard, that's not the purchasable version, because the purchasable version has got a ugly exhaust system that looks absolutely ugly as sin.
Yeah, but so does every stock bike you buy. They never advertise a picture of a bike online with a stock exhaust on it. Unless it's
scaffolding it yet? Why hasn't it got scaffolding around it?
Here we go. I knew you'd fucking say that.
I'll find you another picture then to keep you up.
Find this one that you can actually purchase, Richard.
I've
gone away from the picture that I was showing Tosh now, unfortunately.
I'll tell you what, he looks as mean as Alice.
I found the only good Ducati in the world. There you go. Look at that. That's the only good Ducati in the world. It's a fucking cake.
That's got the exhaust off the H2.
No.
That is actually a cake, not a bike, and it's probably more reliable.
Panigale is a lovely looking bike. I don't care what
Panigale
anybody says.
gorgeous.
It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not into Italian bikes, but that one is a real good looking bike.
I like the real lights on it.
Let's talk about the H2 and stuff while I just nip to the men's run.
Why are you that excited?
I'm going to make a leave it there, guys, because you've got to be up with the crack of dawn in the morning, so I'm going to leave it there. So,
Okay, mate.
I'll see you later, gents.
See you later.
Say Donna, say hi.
Bye, Kev.
Can you remember though, a few years back when they brought the BMW out, and that was sort of the lights were slightly different shapes and everything else?
Oh, I kept thinking it had a stroke or something.
Well, when I first see that, I thought, oh my god, that is an awful looking motorbike. But I'll tell you what now, is it the BMW RR?
Yeah.
It is freaking lovely. I love it. And I'll tell you what, when it first came out, I hated it. But now I see them, and I think, I'd like one of them. You know, you can change when you see a bike, first impressions.
Yeah, but the problem is, I lose all likes for a bike when someone buys it just for attention, or it starts to become a fashion symbol. It's like, nah, I'm fine. I don't want to be one of them people.
There's a bike, an actual bike out there that is a fashion assessment.
Yeah, it's the BMW RR.
I love the RR.
Yeah, but people buy it and they're like, yeah, I've got an RR, and people will buy them stupid Indian bikes, don't they? That's right, I saw ya. Or they buy them Harleys.
I bought the Indian because it is the best made machine ever. Ever.
There you go, see? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, that's what they say.
The beer holder.
No, booty is in the eye of the beholder.
Booty?
Isn't that beauty?
Yeah, not booty, mate.
You be holding something.
Yeah, you're holding something, but it's not fucking beer.
Dude, after testing all the bikes I tested and riding all those crazy machines, I made my choice by what felt right, what was more sturdy.
Yeah, but you honestly can tell me that you didn't ride a Honda monkey bike, did you?
No, did not.
Then you don't know what you're missing.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Beast went for a bike that suited him, not for a bike that he thinks society would love, and people will love me if I buy that. It's just, it's like people buy these Groms now just to be popular, or they buy the fucking BMW 1000RR just so people are liking, and go, oh, I like your bike. It's like, and that's what I think people think of me for my bike, and I'm just like, no, I did it because I wanted it, I liked it, and I did it the way I want it. I don't give a fuck if people say it's ugly as shit.
No, I had a huge debate with a guy. Well, since I'm over on this side of the ocean, one guy that I took a ride with, like, oh man, I had to buy American. I had to get an American bike, and he's a Harley rider, and he's like, I'm not going for those crazy imports, and I never drive a Honda or a Kawasaki, and I'm like, I need American, and I looked at him and I said, you do realize that a good chunk of Harley Davidson is owned by Honda.
I realise that. I hate them both equally. Look at Andy, he's just sitting there going, you fucking wait, I know where you live. I hear him ride past. He's carrying that trailer with the sheep in it.
I'll tell you what, I'm on my way.
Alright, you'll break down before you get here.
So you can wake up in the morning with your sheep's head in bed outside of you.
Oh, fuck. Andy's been here.
Waking up in the morning with a sheep's head in bed with you.
Sheep's going home tonight, so that can't happen.
Right,
That's in bed with him.
It's worse if I wake up with Tosh next to me. I fucking
Loving it.
give you nightmares.
kill off the Q&A that as it stands right now. So, Lewis Vlogs, we've done the chin off, and Andy has the biggest double chin. So there we go. So he wins that. Gazatron has been sat there waiting for ages. Apologies for the delay, buddy. You know how hard this is. Gazatron says, liking a t-shirt, Skeggy.
Triumph.
Triumph.
Oh, God. Nightmares. That brings back some memories of a show. No one will remember that.
What's that?
Question, have you got a Triumph?
Have I got a Triumph? No, but I've had many.
Alright, okay. And then after having the Triumph all that time, you went for a Suzuki?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I went through like Royal Enfields, Beezers, Nortons, and everything else first.
Yeah, and they were all rubbish, so you went for a Suzuki?
Yeah, strange thing is I've actually got a Yamaha now.
Oh, I wouldn't say that out loud, mate.
It's an
What?
Sorry,
They
Yamaha. Sorry, Yamaha.
They weren't rubbish. It's just that he couldn't afford to keep putting oil in them.
Yeah.
Just found a better bike.
No, you're getting it wrong. They don't lose oil. They dispose of it
Dissipate it.
when they want to. All they're doing, all a good time's doing, is marking its territory. All it's doing.
Yeah. And costing about 50 quid each time you fucking run it.
That is absolutely minging.
Oh.
Hang on.
That's not nice.
Before we
Skeggy
go
had
to
to tell you.
calm down, guys. Calm down. Before we go to that, I really want to clear down the Q&A for a second. So yeah, lovely T-shirts, Skeggy. Thanks, Gazatron, for that comment. And Weggy ZZR says, "Is RJ a rich mother, or does he lease those 2 bikes worth over 20 grand?" I don't know how rich RJ is, to be honest, but
Royal Jordanian.
He's got more than 2 bikes.
he has got more. He's got the DTs. I so love the DTs. Oh my god, I had a DT was like my 3rd or 4th bike. Love them.
What did you have? DT 175.
I had a DT 175, yeah.
Me too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Was it blue?
No, red.
Ah, and the blue one.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, brilliant bike. I just love that 2-stroke sound.
Hey, look who's just joined.
Hi, Jim.
Jim,
Hello, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
is this
How
over?
you doing?
No see.
Is he beyond on the own brew?
It looks pretty sober.
There it is. Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
I need to get some more Becker Coreware, mate. I'm just wondering if it comes with a couple of bottles of your homebrew as well.
Oh, definitely. Definitely for you, Andy.
Awesome, mate. I'll get my flipping order in now then.
Does it come with pockets to put your homebrew in?
You don't want to do anything with your pockets. You're pretty full at the moment, Dave, with all this wedding malarkey.
They're pretty empty at the moment.
I've not heard the word malarkey since I spoke to Jim last time.
How you keeping?
All right, buddy.
Really good, Jim.
Good.
Excellent, mate.
I'm still breathing.
Good. I know you're still right.
Oh yeah, man.
Good.
Oh, what a pleasure, Jim. It's great to have you back, mate. I thought we thought we'd lost you to the beer, but you've come back.
Yeah, I'm recovering. I'm a recovering alcoholic.
I think we've lost Richard. He's creaming over pictures again.
He's still trying to pimp his H2 at the moment, but whilst Jim's here, and I just want to say hello to Jim because he's an awesome guy. You did your diet, you went all that juice, and then you thought, stop this, I'm going to have a beer.
Why not? It was straight after as well.
It was. I can't blame you, to be honest. How long was it you went without beer?
The best I've ever done is 2 years. You're up to the end on that then, eh? Look at that.
Were you 17 at the time?
Eh?
Were you 17 at the time?
No. How many years ago were it? About 10 years ago, I think. It was a bad phase that we're going through, to be honest.
It would have been stopping beer.
Yeah.
Was it when you met Skeggy?
An awful experience.
That green stuff you were drinking were enough to turn anybody's a beer.
I can't believe you did that.
It were awful.
You looked awful. And you looked awful for it. It's like, day 4, you look like totally drained.
I know, like a bloody ghost. I'm back to norm now, a fat bastard.
Good.
Have you put weight back on, Jim, with it?
No, I lost about 4 stone and I put 1.5 stone back on, so I'm not done bad.
Oh, so you're still healthy.
Ah, brilliant. Well, it's great to have you back here in the room, Jim. It really is.
Yeah, it's lovely to be back. I've only just finished work. It's not on, is it? Yeah, thanks for the invite. How many we got then? 2. Who's that? There's one on this. Oh, there's one. I'm looking at your little pictures underneath.
Right?
It's Tosh. Hello, Tosh.
Hey Jim, how are you alright, mate?
Yeah, you.
Lovely jubbly. As you do.
And Richard, he's done me a shout out on my Garmin.
Jim.
Yes, he did.
On you what?
Hey, here he is.
I did a what now?
You did a shout out for me Garmin.
Oh, did I upload that one today?
Yeah.
You don't even know where you are on your own video.
I haven't got a clue. Yeah, it's good. I went out on it and gave it a try.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was. I assumed it'd be good, but I was surprised at how good it was.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah.
I had pre-orders, Richard.
What today?
Yeah, Kev's done it.
Really keeps you warm.
Yeah, I've had one from Norway, one from Tips, and who was the other one? Some other motor vlogger. I don't know who it is though, but
I reckon it won't be from today's video. It'll be from that one. You know the I think it was Phil 480 did the challenge for how quickly you can put your gear on.
Oh yeah.
It'll be from that video because I think very fetching I was in that.
You look really hot in that, mate.
When I wore mine on the Parsons Drove video, everybody said how much of a plonker I looked in it. I must admit, Jim, when I wore mine, it made me look like I had a little bit of a belly.
I didn't say that yourself.
No comment.
Does that mean that is that a good thing or a bad thing having a little bit of a belly?
Well, okay, a lot of a belly.
Hit it well.
What you need is one of them big jumpers.
Yeah.
With a pom pom.
I was stripping off at the time, trying to get wet gear off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need one of them red jumpers with a reindeer on it with a pom-pom just to cover up the belly. That's what you need.
Yeah, well, you know where to get the wool from, don't you?
Andy!
Put them back legs in the wellies and get the old shaver out.
You're all right, mate.
Like a box. Oh dear. Excellent. Right, okay. Okay, welcome, Jim. Let's quickly crack on with the Q&A. I think we're almost there now. Let's quickly attack the Lewis vlogs. I'm being pestered by the missus. I've got to go, guys. Have fun. See you, Lewis.
Yeah, mate.
Hello, mate.
Later, bro.
Just remember, Lewis, after tonight, you will have to consider marrying your missus.
It's probably Brit 88. Brit Ninja 88.
And okay, Weggy says, Tosh, how many have shown interest in the long haul ride you're planning for next year? I'm up for that one, buddy.
There's Richard, Mark, Danny, Weggy, me, and that's about it up to now. But I mean, I haven't even organised the ride yet, so we don't know whether it's going to be in Scotland. I don't know whether it's going to go down south. Don't know whether we're going to go around the country. Don't know, but it's all got to be done in 24 hours. So it's going to be fast and furious. So 125s are not invited.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Don't do 125s.
So, but I'll keep Weggy posted as soon as I get a date, or it's going to be somewhere around the longest day of the year time. That way you got a lot of light, not a lot of dark, and it's going to be.
Yeah. Have you got? What's the charity for that, Tosh?
I don't know yet. That's up to Richard.
Is it?
Yes.
Right. I mean, when we were talking about it, we were saying about I need to talk to some people, but potentially Teenage Cancer Trust might be a possible. But I need to talk to some people first.
Okay. Well, I might be up for that as well. I don't want to say dependent on the charity, but if it's something like a niche like that, Richard, then I would be interested.
What is it I missed out on this?
It's 1,100 miles in 24 hours.
1,100? I thought it was 1,000.
It is 1,000, but you've got to do 100 because your odometer is never accurate. So if you want a certificate, you have to do at least 11.
What? Okay.
Really? That don't make sense. What if I can prove that 1,000 is accurate, though, with a tracker?
Start playing with the rules.
GPS tracker?
I don't know. I'll have to have a word with Pete from the
I
Iron.
mean, 10% is a bit harsh, isn't it? You've got to do an extra 10%.
Hang on,
Especially if you're doing the 2,000 mile one.
But we all know the roads in the UK, right? They don't move. So if you ride to one place, then surely you must travel that distance to get there. There's no way of, like, unless you put the bike on a trailer and move it, you have to ride that distance, surely.
Yes, but what they say is, if you're doing 1,000 mile, let's just say you do 1,010 mile, and your odometer on the bike is slightly out, and you've only done 998 mile, you don't get a certificate.
But well, obviously, when we record you would record the whole route, yeah.
You have to have written proof, documentation, bloody everything.
Right, you fuck off down the road and back.
I'm stood at Land's End. Here I am. Yes, I got the plane. I left the bike at home, actually. Really.
Well, you have to get petrol receipts.
What?
Yeah.
To prove where you are, you get petrol receipts as you go around.
That's a lot of receipts for me.
Yeah, every time you change direction, you have to have proof. Otherwise, you could take a different route to what you say you took. So each change of direction, as I've read it, and Tosh knows more, but each change of direction has got to be at a petrol station or a shop or something where you can get a receipt and prove that you were there at that time.
Right. Okay.
And then I would assume they would assume you've taken the shortest route between your various receipt points.
Yeah, if them the rules, that's fine. I don't mind. Whatever it is, as long as it's for charity, that's always good.
To me, though, I reckon, just video the whole thing, and if they want to doubt it, you should go, "Wait, work it out. Here's the MPEGs. Off you go."
It's 3 hours of video. Have a look.
3 hours.
What's that?
24 hours.
Yeah.
Hey,
24
hours, is it? Come.
1,000 miles in 24 hours is the challenge.
Oh, I could do that in 2 hours with Andy. Good night, Andy.
Yeah, we blast that in no time.
We'd use petrol quite a lot, though.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of stops to fuel.
But yeah, it's going to be around the sort of longest day of the year, that area.
Oh,
So
are you advertising right there?
Oh shit!
Andy would have to do it in 5 hours.
Right in front of the camera.
Sorry,
My God, Coke. Love I.
I had a Coke in front of the camera. I was just talking.
I don't think that's against the rules or anything.
You're not allowed to talk, I know. Yeah, but like I said, Weggy, I'll let you know sooner than the day once I organise the route and charity and shit.
Hey, maybe now you've done that, Tosh, that the people that make Coca-Cola will sponsor it and the support truck for us, with Santa Claus on the back lit up in lights.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping a certain frozen food company will give us a good sponsorship.
Okay, that'd be good. Yeah, so that sounds really good, and I'd really like to do that. Now, I do need to move swiftly on to the Q&A, because there was a number of things that we wanted to talk about from the Q&A right at the beginning from the panel. And there has been a couple of comments saying, what about those questions you talked about earlier?
You got 17 minutes.
Yeah, well, we can always overrun. We've not had a quiz tonight, and apologies for that, but, we will do one. Yes. We will do one.
Yeah, it still works.
I intend to do a quiz, just so you know, guys, I intend to do a quiz once a month at the end of the month going forwards, because the quiz kind of got in the way of all these questions, and we've got loads to get through already.
Once a month? Do you know how hard Lisa had to work to steal this from the local hotel? To buy this from the local shop?
I was going to say,
Ding, ding, ding. Does anyone need a ding, ding, ding? Oh, I'll take that.
Forget I used to live in Essex. Of course I fucking got one.
You're an Essex tart, aren't you?
I'm an Essex boy.
So what I'll do, just to make it up to you guys, and now that Rich has bought his own little bellboy bell, maybe we'll do a quiz next week, okay? But let's move on to the Q&A. And Beck says, has Beast Topics been covered yet? Or topic? No, it hasn't.
I thought it said
now, Bex, just for you, because we love you very much.
I read that wrong. I thought it said, have breasts been covered?
I know.
Yeah, I've not seen any breasts tonight, so they've definitely been covered.
It's not answering it.
Excellent. Right.
Tip has no
Right,
comment.
so Beast Rider's question was, what do you think about people that are different people when they put out their videos as a motovlogger or a famous motovlogger, as opposed to what they actually are in real life? Okay. So, Beast Rider, I'll let you take it up first because you're the one that posed the question. If you want to expand on any of that, then please go for it, sir.
All right, cool. The thing is, I don't want to use names because basically, it really isn't my, or it isn't to me to put names out there. But there was one motovlogger that I watch quite a lot, and she was very, very upset because of a charity that she works with that's very near and dear to her. She was doing some work with that, and someone decided to try to help and was not being above board. They were selling stickers to try to raise money for the charity, and this person says, "Yeah, I'm raising money for this charity." Totally not. And whether or not that had been resolved, the point hit me very hard. First, because she was very upset and distraught about it, and I'm an emotional person. That stuff kind of hits home with me. But also because you see people on the screen, you don't really know who they are. Because you've got the helmet with the camera pointing, out in the distance. Sometimes it's pointing at them, but you don't see faces a lot of the times. You could be anybody behind the screen. You can talk a good game, but when it comes down to real life, are you really the person that you're portraying when you're on YouTube? And that kind of started rolling around in my head and making me think, well, who the hell are these people that we're watching? And more to the point, how do I come across? Do I seem a lot like me? I mean, I even went back and watched a lot of my old videos, and some of the stuff in the beginning was like, wow, I need to tone that shit down a little bit. But yeah, are people real when you're on YouTube? And even if they are they 100% real? Are they acting? Are they trying to get over? People are making money on YouTube. Some people, like me, are just there to start conversation. I mean, I'm not going to monetize my channel, and I'm not trying to make any coin off of anybody. But that's me. I can't speak for anybody else. So who are we? Who are as YouTube? Well, I don't want to say celebrities, but as YouTube people, as motovloggers, as regular vloggers, as dopes in front of the camera. Who the hell are these people that we're watching? And how do we figure that out?
All right, it's a good question. I don't want to talk about me because I want to go to the panel first. I mean, I believe that everyone that's in this panel tonight are just who they are. But does anyone want to pick up from Beast Rider on that subject?
Well, we all do have our own masks that we wear.
I think the only one who's different is you.
What's that, Richard?
No, the only one who's different is you, really. Because in real life, you're actually 6'6".
6'4".
Sorry. Cuban heels, wasn't it?
Yeah. Go on, Dave. You were saying, mate.
Yeah, I was just saying we all have our masks that we wear from time to time when we're just hiding something that we might have in ourselves if we're having a bad day, or we want to appear to others to appear slightly better than what we think we are. But in general, most of the people, well, all of the people here, we are who we are. We don't put anything hugely bad up or try to pretend something we're not, because we're not that intelligent, really, to keep it going for that long.
I love it.
David, can I just put you right? I am so famous, right, that here in Skegness,
Here we go.
I took Mrs. Skeggy's bike for an MOT, and handed over the keys and went, "Mrs. Skeggy's bike," and the guy went, "Oh yeah, all right, mate," and I'm like, "Did I really just say Mrs. Skeggy's bike?" You know what I mean? I just thinking to myself, oh no, you know. And he went, yeah, all right, mate, no problem. Well, I know he watches the videos, but it's just one of them things where I just never thought for 1 minute. I just automatically sort of went, oh, it's Mrs. Skeggy's bike. Because I got the camera rolling, I was in motovlogging mode, and I never thought a different thing about it until afterwards when I got home, put the video on, and sat and watched it. I went, oh, no. Yeah. But no, I think everybody I've met personally as a motovlogger, I would class as honest, and as they are. There are a lot of people out there who hide behind the mask, who hide behind a false facade. If that's what they want to do, fine. Let's face it, we don't have to watch them, we don't have to buy their stickers, we don't have to donate to their charities. Personally, if Tibbs was still on the panel, Tibbs would tell you I didn't donate to his charity for his thing he did, for the simple reason I donate to my own charities, which, as it happens, was his charity, but I already do that. This end sort of thing, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to go and do it and make another donation just to enter a challenge or a competition or something.
Yeah, you're already doing your part.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. We all know there are certain ones out there where we sort of go, you know, playing to the camera a bit, aren't we, or making out we're a little bit more special than we are. There are plenty of rumours flying around. No, I'm talking about motovloggers, Chad.
Shut up.
There are plenty of people out there who we all get the impression that they really believe they're a really big motovlogger just because they've got thousands and thousands of subscribers. Whether all of those subscribers are honest, I like to look down the comments and see how many people comment on one of their videos, and I find out that they don't get many more comments than I get. And I think to myself, you know, I've only got that many comments. They've got like 30,000 more than me. Surely they should have a lot more comments.
Keep buying subs.
And since you brought it up, Skeggy, one of the things that gets me is, no matter how many comments they may have on their video, how many times do they respond?
Yeah, there's that as well.
Yeah, but then you see some comments and they're like, oh, I love your video, the sky is so beautiful. I've seen generic comments that go to any video. You could say, I love it, you are so pretty. And it's like, they haven't showed you their face. And it's by some Japanese weird profile that I was only created like, I don't know, a month ago.
Chaz, you've never had that comment, have you?
No, I'm jealous. That's just jealousy.
He hasn't had any comments this year on his channel.
Oh, I have. They keep commenting on that video saying, oh, blah, 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 don't give a fuck.
He gets, I love your videos, Tiff is so funny.
No, that's just you, Skeggy, on every video you post that.
Come on then, so another famous motovloggers, I think we're all motovloggers pretty much apart from Chaz.
I mentioned in one of my first videos, I mentioned that once I get on the bike, I don't give a fuck about anything and I just talk how I want to talk, I do what I want to do. And I had to mention that because I've watched so many vloggers, like Beast has mentioned, I've watched so many people that are putting on a Passado, fucking pretending to be big, pretending to be, oh, I'm screaming at the camera, I'm screaming at the camera! But when I get to someone, I'm so quiet. I mean, me and Skeggy know people in real life that are like, oh, I'm cocky, I'm cocky, I'm cocky. And you meet them in real life, and it's just like, oh, hi!
You haven't met
little
me
mouse.
yet, Des.
Oh, I fucking don't want to meet you.
We're talking about
Against the wall, mate. Cover my rear.
I'll tell you what, I've got a question for Beast Rider. If you think about it, you're on the other side of the pond, as they say. Now, I watch a lot of American bloggers and I watch a lot of English bloggers. And there's a fine line difference between the two. You know, the styles of what they do, the style of vlogs we do and the styles of vlogs they do. Do you actually get the difference between the two?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know over here, a lot of the vloggers, and I think it came up in one of the hangouts that I was watching. You know, a lot of the American vloggers tend to, hide behind the helmet or not turn cameras on when they're doing hangouts and stuff like that. And I can kind of understand why. And for many of them, I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. Keep your persona to yourself because there's crazies out there, and they'll track you down and start getting in your face and all that. And I understand that. Me, I don't care. You want to come looking for me? You better be ready for what happens.
Yeah, he wears a skirt. He's scary. Trust me.
Oh yeah. But I noticed over in the UK. Oh, don't worry, Skeggy. I totally got that too. I noticed people are more laid back. They get out there and they do their thing, and what's coming out is more observational than anything else, which is probably why I tend to I watch a whole lot more UK vloggers. I watch way too many more vloggers. I have too hard of a time trying to keep up, but I think it more suits me because that's kind of the way I was brought up. I mean, I lived over there for a little while, and it stuck with me. So it makes more sense to just you get on your bike, and boom, something pops into your head, and you go, hey, I just thought of this. Let me tell you about it. That's cool.
There's one or two vloggers that I've watched, and when they put their vlog up, and they start, and they're just like demented chickens. And I watch them for a little while, and I think, fuck, this bloke's on fucking drugs or something, or helium. They're just like hyper. And I tend then to sort of just give up and watch somebody else. But
He's not talking about me.
most people just, you watch a vlogger. I like to see a vlogger who's just natural and just himself. I know we're all different, and that's what makes it so enjoyable because we're all different. But if somebody comes on and they because I swear on my vlog sometimes, but if some of them just keep effing and blind all the way through, or they keep coming on about sexual things and the size of their knobs and stuff like that, that really does turn me off, and I think, now I'm off here. I'm not watching this. And,
Is that why you unsub me?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
And I don't
definitely.
make videos.
Well, that's not even worth turning on to your channel because I can't watch a vlog, can I?
Well, I'm his next subber when he makes one.
You sub to me and then you unsub, you cheeky old git.
I'll sub when you make one.
You won't know if I make one though. Fuck you.
It's part of the fucking Daily News.
There's a lot of love in the room, isn't there?
You're about people who are genuine and people who aren't. There are a lot of there are certain female vloggers that have climbed quickly. American female vloggers that have climbed quickly, and they seem to have. I don't know. I wouldn't say the bigger than the target, but I suppose they're trying to please the thousands or whatever. One at the moment, and I don't mind mentioning her name, is Wheels Not Heels. I'm really enjoying her videos. She seems so down to earth and honest about what's happening, and I mean, her latest one's trips done, and it's out through the mountains and up through the canyons and things like that. Brilliant video. Unfortunately, quite long, but I don't know. I don't do anything else but watch videos anyway, do I? But yeah, it's one of them things where you sit and watch somebody like that, and then somebody else will come on, and I've lost interest within seconds because they're more high pitched and they're just going on about this, that, and the other. It's like, no, look at me, and it's just like, oh, information overload or whatever. You don't believe it to be real, so you sort of go, click, next.
Yeah.
Have you noticed there's a lot of people? I mean, I'm new to this game, but there's a lot of people who are coming on who are clearly just copying other people.
Yeah.
To the point where the voice sounds the same, they react in the same way, and it feels completely unnatural. And they're even buying the same bike. It's kind of.
Richard, are you describing yourself?
I have not.
I don't know anybody else as calm as Richard.
I don't know anyone else that's got the 750 Z Kawasaki.
There is actually, yours looks a bit different, doesn't it? There is actually somebody else with a Z750 in there. Well, something like Z750. I can't remember. I haven't seen
yeah.
a video from around.
Yeah, but the thing is, Richard, you know, for you to copy somebody that's got a Z750, that other person has to do a vlog first.
I'm going to kill you, Tosh. Tosh, I'm going to sit on your face.
I'll tell you what, you two are like polar opposites, aren't you? One don't vlog ever, and the other one non-stop.
Vlogs too fucking much.
Well,
Share
guys,
some of your videos, you
I've
greedy
got a
shit.
backlog. I've got to get through it. What, you want me to send you one? I'll record you one, and I'll put a squeaky voice on and swear a lot, and we'll pretend it's you.
And I love you guys. Was that too mean?
I gotta run. It's about that time for me to get my kids. So.
Okay, buddy. It's great to have you along. You might
smoke in the car with them.
See you later, mate.
Don't be smoking in the car now.
All right, be safe out there. Huh?
You too, man.
Yeah.
Outside, it's dark nowadays.
There you go.
Who's disappeared? Beast Rider's still here. Somebody said goodbye and he's gone. Who went?
But yeah, the whole copying thing, it's kind of, I don't know what they're trying to achieve, but it's not natural, and you, well, I say you, I struggle to watch those. I just think, why am I watching this person twice? This is like a poor copy of. I'd rather just have somebody being completely natural. I don't care whether I agree with them or not. I don't care, you know, what they're talking about, as long as they're being truthful.
Yeah. I think basically what the issue is, and this is my personal opinion, obviously, is that there are two types of motovloggers. There are the motovloggers that just take life as it is, and the videos you see are what they are. And then the other type of motovlogger is the ones that I'm going to be famous one day as someone that rides a motorbike and talks about shit. And yeah, check me out, and I do some crazy stuff, and I might have some close calls and stuff. But there's nothing genuine in that vlog or whatever it is they do. It's kind of not real life. It's kind of out there. And I think there's two definite separations of vloggers. There's real life, and then there's
animated.
There's those ones with a close call. I always like the ones where you see a car pulling out. And I know the cameras always make things look further away, but you see a car pulling out, and they have to absolutely pin the throttle to get anywhere near it, so that they can shout it.
Or the ones, or the ones that aim for the pedestrians crossing the road. Oh, they're fucking they're geniuses.
Did you see Mr. Hughes' one? I left him a comment, and he agreed with me. That's why I'm prepared to mention it in here. It's like, car pulled out on him, so he hit the horn, and he went. Sorry, that was too loud. Yeah, I just left a comment saying I think you could do with my own, buddy. It's like the traffic he has to deal with around there. It is quite busy, and there are cars always cutting him up at roundabouts and things. But it was just the fact that his horn sounded asthmatic. Oh dear.
I think what it is that people, again, it's about there's two different. The two categories are genuine and making it up. I think is pretty much the categories that I'll put them into. Genuine is just like everyday things. Sometimes I'll have people that will pull out in front of me, but I avoid that stuff. You know, I avoid it.
Happens every day, so it don't commute, does it? It's just
see many good videos from me because I avoid them.
Yeah, we all ride around with our cameras, and all the time we have twats pulling out on us and bad driving, and you're editing your video, and you think, oh, I could have left that in. I just cut them out because we see it all the time. It
gets boring.
It's boring.
I've only ever left one close call video in, and that's purely and simply because it was unusual. Because of where it came from. I weren't expecting somebody suddenly accelerating down the side of me when there was at the back of me, you know. It was just sort of, what the fuck? You know.
It's really extreme.
I didn't apologise for that, did I?
And then proceed to chop me up. But the funny thing is, because it was what it was, I didn't sort of go, oh no, near death, close call. You know, it was just like, you know, it's a school video or whatever, and it's had crap amount of views, really crap, you know. Whereas you get somebody who'll just put close call or bike nearly killed or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Prime example was that fucking ER5 that I pretended to crash because the guy that I knew was on YouTube and I knew he'd watch it, so I pretended to crash it in really low lighting, and then he said he threw his phone because he watched it, and then it came to the end where I joked about. That got so many views, I had to delete it.
Well, that's why I never watched it, never saw it then.
Yeah, it's good. Tiff filmed it. I went, just pretend you're worried and run over. So she walks over.
Well, if she'd have run over, then nobody would have believed it. Because nobody would believe she got angry.
What's she running for? That's fake.
Actually giving a shit about him.
I even flooded the engine so it wouldn't start straight away. I went, oh, that's broken now.
Unless she was running over going, he's got my phone in his pocket. I hope my phone's okay.
I don't know.
What says I'm going to nick your e-cigarette?
My phone.
She wanted that bike until she realised the R5s were crap.
Right, I need to attack the Q&A, guys, because it's getting out of order, and I do like to keep the audience involved in what we're talking about. I'll quickly go to Vicky's comment, which is, "Hi, Jim." That's you, Jim.
Bit late.
Andy, you're doing it wrong.
What?
You're doing everything wrong.
Why am I doing it wrong?
You could have said that when it was in.
No, I know, but we've been talking. Well, you lot have been talking, and we've been talking. I just want to get.
Alright, we won't talk anymore. We'll shut up. Everyone shut up, not talk.
Oh, shut up for 5 minutes. Yeah, right. Okay. So,
Why is his picture still there?
what picture?
His picture's still there on bottom of my screen.
Whose?
Yeah, same here. I didn't realise he'd gone.
Yeah, Jim's still there on my screen.
Somebody's,
Is he not here?
he's not moving.
See him as well?
But the funny thing is,
You look like he's stuffed.
he popped out, and then that picture popped up.
All right. Well, anyway, Mrs. B says hi, Jim, even though he looks like he's stuffed in his store.
You look like he's in Madame Tussauds in London.
Oh God, you guys, give me a break. Right, let's get to these Q&As. Right, Bex88 says, "I also agree with you, that I think sometimes quiet shy people prefer to remain anonymous / hidden. Yes, they do, and that's fine. We're talking about the people that want to be famous, that want to be hidden, if that makes sense. A bit like Stig from the very famous BBC programme known as Top Gear.
Jim, that's being really ominous at the moment.
Yes. Vicky Braindham also says about Wheels, she's awesome and comes across as very genuine. And yes, she does. I agree. And she has some very entertaining videos. Go and check out Wheels, Not Heels. Right. Okay. The Constant Biker says, whilst it's probably not very hard to find out my real name and where I live, work, if someone was bothered, I'd rather keep myself as anonymous as possible, but that's because I'm quiet person in real life anyway. Yeah, and that's the same for anyone. But the thing is, what we're trying to say here is that if you want to remain anonymous, it's not going to happen, because if someone's determined, they'll find out who you are anyway. So.
I've been tempted to go to America and just, pull their sheets off and be like, ha ha ha! There you are. Deal with it.
I'm always a very quiet person, me, but I don't care that I'm anonymous.
Of course you are, Tosh. Yes.
But we've all seen you in the YMCA.
YWCA.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the Blue Oyster Club?
Wave.
Do what, Dave?
Wasn't that the Blue Oyster Club?
Yeah. Of course it was.
That's the one, yes.
No, it's just worked out. Police Academy and all that. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue on. Let's continue on with the Constant Biker's question. And he says, but obviously, I do want subs and vids, views, and all that sort of stuff, but I don't know if I would like the fame if one of my vids got millions of views for whatever reason. And that's a very good point, I think.
point. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Oh, he started moving again.
He started moving.
We thought you passed out or something.
You
No,
got the shit now.
watching, and we've said Jim's gone to sleep. He looks like he's stuffed, and he's gone. Oh, hang on a minute. Am I not an hangout anymore?
I'm
No
done.
one's
I
moving.
thought, better go and get another couple of pints.
All right. For the long haul. Right?
Pass out.
That last point by Constant Biker, obviously I haven't had millions of views, but I had one video with 250,000 views.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that there was fame, it was the bile. I took the video down because of the bile that I got. Because after a while you just get fed up of every day opening up your email and finding out there's somebody else who wants to punch you in the face.
You get that as well, do you, Richard?
Hey, Richard.
To be honest though, Richard, surely a punch in the face can't be as bad as a handbag.
It wasn't that video.
It took me weeks and weeks to get all those new accounts and put onto YouTube. Just send them, and then you deleted it. It's not fair.
That particular video, if you look at it in context compared to a lot of videos that are up there, it suffered more bile than was necessary because it wasn't that bad a video. Unless I'm just looking at it purely from a biker's point of view or something, I don't know, but it's like I watched it a couple of times and I'm just like, well, why is it getting so much shit when there are so many other videos out there that aren't getting anywhere near as much? You know, I think it was almost like victimisation.
Well, no, it's about how many idiots can watch a video and then try and troll it, really. And that's what happens with any video that has, in that type of thing, which is kind of a little bit controversial. There's a biker that's being threatened by this fucking Mercedes. Yeah, it's going to attract a lot of views, and then when it does, you get a load of fucking idiot trolls on there going, oh, blah, 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 and blah, 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 that. And I totally understand where Richard is coming from, because he had his missus on the back of the bike, and there's a woman driving what is basically a lethal weapon, ridiculously. Oh, God, just fucking. People, I just want to kill them.
I can only assume that it got shared on some sort of website like yours did.
Yeah, sharing videos is a bad idea, by the way.
His lover's website or something like that, you know.
That's what happened, though. It will get shared, and that's what happens. If you get a popular video, expect to get the idiots to latch onto it like leeches and just spam you with idiot shit like I want to kill you and all that crap.
Well, especially if it's a fucking chav racing boy racer forum. They're like, oh yeah, bikes, yeah, kill the biker. And it's like, fuck's your problem? Were you dropped in...
It's more like, fuck you, catch the biker first, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing.
But Richard, you know when you used to get all these horrible fucking replies, were they actually from bikers or were they from people who owned very expensive German cars?
They never said. I suspect
Oh, they
not
never
from bikers
said.
particularly.
No.
I had one from a biker. I had one from a biker that was really negative. But I suspect he just didn't understand our roads because he was really negative about something he thought he'd seen me do that I hadn't done. Saying, "Well, you overtook her and she overtook you back," kind of thing. And yes, but in my lane, whereas I overtook her on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
And I was saying stuff about if you're overtaking, you're only allowed to overtake one car at a time. Like, what?
I've watched the video and everything else, and the only thing is, and in Richard's defence, right? Richard was, I can say this, I think, is kind of new to riding at that time of that video. And Richard's only mistake was to give that idiot in that fucking Mercedes enough room to overtake. That's the only thing Richard did wrong. And after that,
to be fair, she didn't have enough room to overtake. It was only swerving out the way that allowed her to get past.
Yeah, I mean, you got your mirrors, and you know, and in hindsight now, you'd have made yourself even bigger than fucking normal. Then you could have stopped to get past.
What? I mean, we discussed the topic a few weeks ago about people who take the mirrors off. If I didn't have mirrors on my bike then, I hate to think what would have happened. Because it was only the fact I was looking in the mirror and saw her coming that gave me the opportunity to get out of the way.
Yeah, I said everything I had to say on mirrors. I'm not going to fucking repeat it now, but I totally agree with you, Richard. Absolutely 100%.
I'd say that to me, but I think you took your question slightly out of order because I think Gizago Abel's question should have been read ages ago.
All right, let's go to it now then. He says, get GPS tracker that logs the journey.
That was
Yeah, it is, but is that in their rules though? I mean, they might discount GPS trackers.
No, you need paper because that has to be sent to America.
America?
Oh,
Yep.
The Americans.
Everything's big in Texas, but yes, all the paper goes to America.
Right.
Every single mile is verified. Every single mile.
Right.
It usually takes about a month for them to say yes, you've done it, or no, you haven't.
Right, and this is the 1,000-mile challenge, to put it in context for a moment. And I just want to understand what do you get from that then, with all this checking and verification? Do you get like a medal or something?
Sore ass.
No, we don't want to know about that.
Depends what bike you ride.
Or what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, you've got a bike and you're doing 100 miles an hour. Your speedo says 100. What is your true speed? And everybody knows it's usually about 92, 93, 94, something like that.
Might be on yours.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean,
I'm going to agree with Tosh. Yes, it probably is.
So if you've done 1,000 miles, you've only done 930 miles or 940 miles.
Yeah.
That's why you do the 1,100 miles to do it, and everything has to be verified 100% without a question of a doubt. They know that you was there at that point.
So when you're saying
Google maps everything out by a certain distance down to 0.1 of a mile, you would have thought they'd have gone by something like Google Maps because they're an American company.
I mean, are you saying though, Tosh, that you're looking for 1,100 miles on your on your bike, not 1,100 miles of route? So you're looking at, planning out a route that's probably 1,020 or 1,030 miles, but your bike might say 1,100 by the time you get back.
A bit of both.
Because if you plan an 1,100 mile route, chances are you're going to have kind of 1,200 on your bike by the time you get back.
Well, I think my route was 1,070, but the bike mileage said 1,130, and it came back that my official route was 1,032. So.
My journey to Glossop, there, back, and on the ride out should have been 269 miles, and it had 299 miles when I got back.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a big discrepancy, and
30 miles is a hell of a discrepancy over a 300-mile journey.
Imagine 1,000 miles.
Yeah. Like you say, that's 70 miles. You might have to piss off for 70 to 90 miles just to be able to get it right again. Even that, I'll just sit there spinning the front wheel.
Stick a drill on it.
And that route we were talking about, going to John O'Groats and back, is a good chunk over 1,000 miles anyway.
Yeah.
Depends which way you go.
Well, I went from Birmingham up to Applecross, and that was 520 miles. So if you went Birmingham to Applecross and back again, that's obviously 1,040. Just there, but going up, it's another 100 and something miles from Applecross up to John O'Groats.
Have we got a translator? I can't understand these brothers.
Can we do Hull to Zeebrugge and back?
Isn't most of that by water?
It might be.
You might need a couple of air tanks on the back, but yeah.
No, just use the ferry, and on the ferry we'll empty the fuel out and buy some more when we get there.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Bugger.
No, I mean, you see, people are saying, they'd like to go on it, but people don't realise what it does do to you. It kills you. It absolutely kills you. So what I'm going to ask is the people that want to go on it, just go from wherever they are, do a 250-mile journey, turn around immediately and come 250 mile back and see how you feel. That's only half the ride. I mean, me and the wife, we went up to Glasgow and back for a cup of tea, and when we got back, we were stiff as hell. So I knew that I needed a lot more.
You're on the wrong bike.
I was on one of the most comfortable bikes earlier.
So what was she doing on the back to make you stiff as hell then?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you're stiff as hell for that journey, that's going to hurt however you look at it.
Yeah. That Viagra didn't half work.
Was she poking you in the back with needles?
There's so much going through my head at the moment because everybody knows I'm always stiff.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, that's too much information. Oh, that's terrible.
I mean, I don't know, Tosh, if you've got people saying they want to come along, it depends how far away they are. Don't it? They've got
You realise what he's
150
saying.
miles to get to the starting point.
It's you've got to do it on your own, but it's got to be perfect. I mean, everything has to be perfect because they'll look at it and go, "Fuck off."
Do they count the journey right from where they set off? So if they set off from theirs to yours and then up on the journey, does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the wife to sign a bit of paper saying I left here at 1 o'clock in the morning. She signed it. Then I went to the nearest petrol station, got a receipt. Then I went along the M18 and turned left on the M1, petrol station, got a receipt. Then I went down the M1 and then something else, stopped, got a receipt. I think I had about 25 receipts in total, just to do 1,000 miles.
And what do they do for the speedo? Like, do you have to take pictures of your mileage on your bike or what?
No, that is trust. But what they do, they work from your house and they do, it's 17 miles from his house to the petrol station, the very first one. They know that's 17 miles. You can't get there any quicker. There isn't a tiny little shortcut anywhere. That is true 17 mile. So they put that on. Then from that petrol station to the next one, is there in any way that they can go from there to there quicker than what he said? If there is, they'll take the shortest route.
See, Andy couldn't do this because he'd use all the fields to his opportunity.
But what do you get out of it?
Sore ass. Yeah, no, really.
I mean, do you get a piece of paper saying you've done it? You know, the Iron Butt Challenge, and you've like a certificate, and that's it.
Yeah. You get a A4 certificate that's all embossed. It's really nice, quite pretty. You get a plaque for the back of your bike that says the hardest rider in the world that you stick on the back of the number plate. And your ass feels like you've been banged by 27 blokes at the Purple Door.
I wouldn't know what that feels like.
Also, do all the other rides after that?
Oh yeah, that is just the entry ride.
Hey?
That's the entry.
That just sounds wrong, Tosh.
The Iron Butt entry.
What you did there?
That's the least amount of mileage ride in the club. 1,000 is nothing to them. They'll do 17,000 miles in 17 days.
He's telling me that's for foreplay. That's the foreplay.
Well,
they stop using Vaseline after that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a huge thing in America, massive in America.
He was saying about doing it for charity though, so it's the charity that wins, isn't it?
Yes.
Saying potentially have some kind of collecting device on the bike, the equivalent of a charity bucket, and just say anybody who wants to join us for a number of miles. Here is our plan for where we're going to be, because we're not stopping to wait for you, clearly.
No.
Here is the plan of where we're going to be. Get there before us, join us for a section, and in return for joining us for a section, stick a $5 in the bucket.
Yeah.
And that'll go to whatever the charity is.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that way, we get quite a few people in, make a bit of money for charity, and make it into a good...
And do yourself £1,000 worth of fuel out of pocket.
If you come past my road, I'll run alongside and then I'll drop the $5 in.
Fuel-wise, it shouldn't be that bad, should it? I mean,
you're looking at about
20 gallons.
Yeah, 130, 140 quid in fuel.
Yeah. That's 4 tanks full.
You get sick of looking at petrol stations at the end of it, I'll tell you.
Yeah. But, I mean, 20 gallons would do it on my bike. I don't know about yours, Tosh.
100, yeah, about that. If you average about 40 to the gallon.
Yeah.
It'll cost me about 200 quid to do that.
Yeah, it cost me a bit over that.
Well, hopefully you find somebody who wants to support the charity with you and
you get on the back of their bike.
Gives you a few quid towards petrol and stuff.
You approach a local bike garage, say, I'm going to do this Iron Book challenge. What bike you got available to donate to the cause?
It doesn't.
Hey,
A new electric Harley. Brilliant!
Bearing in mind the
Put it that way.
local bike garage for me, I don't think they'll give you anything.
Yeah, there are garages out there that will, though.
Skeggy, I'll just try it. Richard, I'm looking for a charity bike to go on a charity run. Do you fancy donating one of your vehicles so that I can put over 1,000 miles on it and neck of the
Brakes
tires on it?
broken.
No. I suppose, to be fair, if you did it on a demonstrator that was covered with the stickers, no, maybe
That's
if you
right.
did one was marked up with, yes, can I borrow this, mate? Yeah. Sure,
Yeah,
try out this bike for 24 hours. No, but if you talk to a bike shop, I suppose there is the possibility that someone, if it's a big dealership, that they've got a loan bike or whatever that's covered in their stickers and whatever. I suppose there's a possibility, isn't there, that they might help out.
A lot. Daft as it seems, a lot of Triumph dealerships would do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think BMW might do it, but I mean, it's not just the fuel.
Oh, S1000RR.
It's got to make it to the end, though, that's the problem.
No, it's 24 hours, not 24 minutes. But I mean, it's not only just the fuel. You've got to think of the fuel. You've also got to think of your tyres and everything like that. I mean, you'll knacker a set of tyres like that because they'll be square as a square thing.
My tyres won't be worth shit after doing 1,000 miles on them. Not on the motorways and stuff. They'll be buggered.
So you got plenty of spares, ain't you?
Back to the question.
No, only fronts, mate. Only fronts, not rear.
Back to the questions. Mrs. B says you can borrow a 125 to do it.
Yeah, really not.
That's 24 hours, not 24 days.
Hey, it's doable, isn't it?
24 hours lying on the tank.
1,000 miles.
I think actually that would be hilarious doing it at 125.
That'd be refueling on the go, wouldn't it?
It'd be like watching a Spicy 110 video.
I'll tell you what, that might not be a bad idea.
To be fair, though, you do it on a bike that can do over 100 miles to the gallon. You won't have to refuel it much, would you?
No, but
You're the only fucking one doing it, though.
You need to average maybe 55 miles an hour so you can have
That's
4
right.
hours of brakes and a bit of spare space.
I think it's a really good suggestion that someone would suggest that a bike shop or a bike brand may want to sponsor a bike for us each to do it, and obviously they'll get mentioned in the whole challenge, and that'll be a hell of a lot of advertising for them. And they also fund the fuel and everything. Then from the charity ride goes to charity, which is very.
You start from where they start. You get covered by a calendar.
I'll make an approach. Mr. B, would you like to pay for it all? And what we'll do is we'll do the Iron Butt Challenge, sponsored by Ride Invisible.
Hang on, Richard, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. What's going on?
By brain, don't see me.
I wonder if you'd sponsor us.
I've got 2 kids, mate. No chance.
I wouldn't mind having a go of it on a 125 though. I think that'd be quite a good thing.
No, don't do it on a 125. That'd be crazy.
If we do it on a 125, if we do it on a 125, we have to do it next year on a 50.
No, I'll tell you what.
It could be worse.
See,
It could be worse. You could do it on a fucking Honda Grom.
I was just going to say, everyone has to ride a Honda Grom.
Nah, we've got.
Don't you have to stand up on that? That would be an Iron Sole of the Feet challenge, wouldn't it?
Yeah, borrow Vicky's bike, thrash the hell out of it for 1,000 miles, that'd be fine.
To be fair, if you're a lightweight, a 125 is okay. However, I've discovered once you put a bit of weight on, a 125 don't go that fast.
I'm going to have to talk to you about this offline now, Tosh, but there is something quite hilarious about the idea of doing it on a 125.
No, there's not.
You could actually, you could buy a 125. You don't even have to finish where you started.
You
Then
don't have to bring it home. You can fucking leave it there.
leave it and come back on the train.
Yeah.
Leave it with cat ahead.
You could buy a. Oh, I was going to say you could buy a Sinis 125, but it wouldn't even make it halfway.
We're talking about 1,000 miles here, right? And the 125 is not going to take it, and nor should us.
It will. It'll just take fucking forever.
Of course it will.
So let me just clarify then. So you want to do 1,000 miles on a 1-2 bike that is capable of somewhere between 60 to 70 miles an hour, where potentially for 1,000 miles you could have 40-ton trucks trying to overtake you, and you'll think you're going to last 1,000 miles without dying.
Yeah, but you can only do 60 or 70 miles an hour anyway.
I tell you what, if someone buys me this bike,
trucks are limited to 58.
if someone buys me a C90 and offers to stay with me and not leave me behind, I'll do it on a C90. There you go.
Yeah, but the C90 would make it.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make it very fucking fast.
How fast does a C90 go?
70
miles an hour. They'll do a good 60 to 65 mile an hour, I tell you.
Let's do it.
Can you hear yourself? You're talking about doing 1,000 miles on a C90.
It would, because it'd be the comfortablest 1,000 miles I've ever done.
I tell you what, Andy, there's that guy who does that. He goes everywhere on a C90. He does that one where they're out in the snow on it.
Oh yeah. Well, me and Andy saw 2 C90s go down the bloody drag strip at the Bulldog. That's hilarious.
What concerns me is I know that a C90 would not be the worst bike to do it on.
I know, but I want the bike, so someone buy it for me.
I want a C60 instead.
I'll do it on anything.
No, not C60. You can't. You need
Do
the
it
C90.
Chaz, do it on a punch.
I don't know. I don't think they'd let me on the motorway with that.
No.
Well, think about the bikes anyway. I think we need to move away from that topic because the QA's gone berserk. But there's a lot of food for thought there.
Yeah, buy me a bike and I'll do it.
Sponsors, bike providers, maybe
It's the only time I'd let Honda sponsor me if they gave me a C90.
Okay, right. So there it's that. If Honda, if you're watching right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If by any chance, Honda, you are watching right now.
Yeah. This is your biggest hater, but if you give me a C90, I'll be in love with you.
Hey, Honda makes safe bikes. Let's put it that way.
I would fucking wet myself if they got in touch.
I'm gonna get an email now. It's like, oh fuck.
Right, I thought I got rid of that question. Right, hi, Jim. You weren't hit. Jim, are you frozen again?
No, I'm here.
Oh, I can't even.
You passed out.
I wasn't sure. It's like.
I'm on
Night quietly, Stiggy, for fuck's sake.
Jim's alive. Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't try and kill me when I said Honda.
I was just getting a bit bored.
Sorry, mate. I woke you up. You disappeared last time, but anyway, I'm just getting through the Q&A, and Mrs. B says, "Hi, Jim. Miss you loads."
Hello, Mrs. B. I did see the question. I was pressing me knob, but I couldn't find out how to answer it.
What? You were pressing your what?
Trust you. Too much homebrew. That's your problem. Hey, Jim, do you know you got to mention a Mrs. B's oil change as well?
I didn't, did I?
Yeah, you have to watch the video now.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid.
Your oil change, you've got to mention.
Hey, I tell you one thing. That fall over of the motorbike was a bit... I shouldn't have said that, should I?
Yeah, anyway, we've got some more questions for you.
Did you laugh like we did, Jim?
Did you laugh?
What made me laugh is I can think of better ways of doing 1,000 miles than trying to do it that way, and it
didn't work too well when it was on its side, to be honest.
It was trying to rack up
to get your mileage up.
Yeah. Okay.
So shut up.
Let's move on. Right. Q&A. Yeah. Wow. It's gone mad. Right. Well, God, this is private conversations going on now. I'll select it anyway. I'm going to regret it. But anyway, Weggy, ZZR. XT Donkey says, prefer Tiff over Chaz. He's a mean person. Oh my God, they're
Tiff's fucking gone. She went like 5 minutes ago.
Alright, okay. But anyway. No, Weggy prefers Tiff over Chaz anyway. So,
I'm sorry, like women over men. Jesus.
Actually, no, XT Donkey prefers Tiff, so it looks like Weggy gets you, Chaz. Brilliant. Right, okay, let's move on to the next question. A constant biker says, "I gotta go, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for commenting on my cues." You're welcome, buddy, and thanks for tuning in and asking the cues.
Good night, mate.
I can only understand the frustration of sitting there going, is he going to fucking answer that yet?
Yeah, well, Chaz, you know, the only videos you put out so far are hangouts, so maybe you should do another one and host it.
No, fuck that. That's
Yeah,
brain fuck
deal with
that.
that chaos, mother.
Does my head in. It's like, shut up. Stop it.
Okay. So, Weggy says it out says, Chaz was very...
It's meant to be quiet.
Right, okay.
I thought that said
Who said nothing at all. Yep, that's pretty much the same experience that I had. But then when I mentioned Chaz's high-heeled flipping boots that he had on, it was all good after that. Because we suddenly
That's because you just got off the bike. That was the first thing you said.
Yeah, because you're wearing platform shoes on the bike.
They're motorcycle boots. They're not high
They're
heels.
platforms.
Posh wears high heels, for fuck's sake.
Exactly. And you're...
And we were at a bike show where ZZR met us, and it was really, really hectic, and I hadn't slept, and I was fucking exhausted.
Excuses.
I had to run back to my bike about 17 times.
To be fair, you are quiet, Chaz, until somebody attacks you. Then you open up.
Until someone talks to me, it's like,
And then you can't stop him talking.
Shut up.
I wouldn't bloody talk to you either.
Right, quick comment from Doug Mellon says, "Hi guys, I just finished work. Awesome guy, there's nothing better than finishing work."
Why has he changed his avatar?
Unless you're a porn star.
Question for you, Devon. Why have you changed your avatar? Think about it and come back to us.
Is it because it's a D and all the women want the D?
I thought it would be DM. Right.
All the women can have the D, but the D is spoken for.
Yeah, so is the wallet.
Exactly.
It's amazingly empty at the moment.
Oh, I can't think why.
Yeah, it echoes. It's that empty.
There's a family living in it.
Mrs. B says you can borrow my 125 Chaz for the 1,000 miles.
Has she done the brakes on it?
The brakes are fine on that bike.
So she hasn't done the brakes.
There's nothing wrong with the SR's brakes. It works fine.
Then I'll use it then.
Hey? No, you're going to do 1,000 miles on the 125. It was your suggestion, so there you go. Ride that.
She hasn't done the brakes.
Andy.
Yes, Tosh.
Have you seen the time, mate?
Yes, I know we've overrun. I'm trying to get for the Q&A. Why, what's up? Is it partial bedtime?
No. I'm just letting you know because I'm being a nice person, letting you know that all this chaos,
needs to end very quickly. So
letting you know that your wife's going to bed, okay?
Oh, Mrs. B's ill. It's all right. So there's no point in me saying that, mate.
I don't like the next question. The next question gets thumbs down.
Okay, so let's quickly answer this one. I think it's quite easy. Don't usually end with a question mark at the end of them. Yes, they do. Unless you're answering or posting in a column that says questions, then really the question mark isn't really required. Why am I getting spammed? Flipping stupid.
That's your wife.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't spam from my wife. Anyway, let's go back to the Q&A quickly. The XT Donkey says, Chaz, admit it, you love spicy, you keep going on about
them.
Yeah. Okay, there's an it missing, I think, so you keep going on about it here. So, yes, you love spicy, Chaz.
Of course I do, yeah. I like him like chocolate wallpaper.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
There's nothing wrong with chocolate wallpaper. You lick it and you feel fine. Good night, Vicky.
Okay, I spotted it now.
Chocolate wallpaper.
There you go. Right, okay. So, thank you for that comment there, XT Donkey. And that only leads me to go to Chaz. Was softly spoken, LOL, from...
No, that I don't believe.
Half a fucking sleep.
Yeah, he was slurring, I think, what it was.
That was like halfway during the day. I'd rushed back to my bike about 12 times because people couldn't be bothered to find me.
What's your lovely name? Chazmataz.
Eh? Chazmataz?
About Honda.
Bex, I love you, but no. No.
You said you weren't going to say it on air, Chasmith.
Yeah, that's our private thing we do through Snapchat. When you send me booby pictures.
Right. Okay. So I'm just going to tackle Beck's 88's question, and then I'm going to mention the fact that we're not going to tackle all of the topics that were suggested by the panel tonight, but I have. They're on the floor.
Tackle the question like Skeggy tried to tackle me at the monkey meet and failed, nearly had a heart attack.
Okay, so let's go with Bex 88 says Chasmaz.
Chasmaz.
Very nice about Honda. By the way, when you making a vid, ha ha ha.
I thought you said beard then.
I'll tell you what, it'd be nice if you actually published a video.
I'm still waiting for Chas to be able to grow that bit of beard under his mouth.
Fuck off! You can talk! Where's that bit gone?
Oh, it's there. It's there.
Well, it's there, is it? Is it there?
You took it all off for November. What happened to you?
I grew mine over 3 days.
November.
Yeah, I started in November. Look how long it is.
Chezzy and Skeg, can you get a flipping
Chezzy?
Chaz, Skeg, can you get a right. We need to end this thing, get offline, but I've made a note of the other questions. Dodgy DIY and over tightening nuts, which will be obviously highlighted by Mr. Richard there, who's got a first-hand experience of how to undo an over tightened nut. Or over tighten a oil filter, maybe, I don't know. And also we'll be talking about close call stuff, and one other thing was I'm not quite sure what that note is now, but anyway, we'll talk about that next time as well. But what we'll do now we've cleared down all the questions, we'll go off air and go and talk on our private selves. That only leaves me to wake up. Is Jim still awake?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, awesome. It only leaves me to go through the panel to let them say goodbye. God bless and all that stuff, or your God will go with you and all that thing.
What? Religion or politics?
No, may your God go with you, which was one of the famous quotes from that comedian that name gets me now.
Dave Allen.
No.
Who was it?
Dave Allen.
Yes, it was Dave Allen. You're quite correct, sir.
Half a finger.
Yes, half a finger. Right. Right. Oh my God. Off on a tangent as we go. Right, Jim. Hey, everyone stop getting the fingers out. Jim, would you like to say goodbye to your audience, please, sir?
Goodbye, everybody, and cheers from the old pal.
Excellent. Many thanks, Jim. Yes.
What? What? Oh yeah. Good night, everybody. Love you, Bex. And stuff.
Thanks, Jazz. Richard.
There you are.
Sounded like a sheep. Meh. Excellent. Cheers, Richard.
All right.
Giggy.
Right, people. Sorry, Waggy, that you've got to work another 7 more hours, but we were thinking about you, buddy.
Yeah, laughing about you.
Cheers, Giggy. Suffocandy.
Good night, everybody, and just remember, be careful out there, especially with your fingers.
Oh, brilliant. Tosh!
Good night, peeps. Take care. But if you can't ride safe, ride your wife.
Camera, is she still in the room?
No, she's gone.
That's the only reason you said it. Excellent. Cheers, Tosh. Dave!
Alright, everybody, and remember, twisted nuts can be quite painful to deal with.
Yes.
Especially when the end falls off.
Great minds think alike. And that leaves me to also say good night and thank you very much for watching. We love you all. And then, of course, don't forget to ride safe. Ride it.
Good night.
Good night.
Right, Bex. Boobs.